Yeah.
Yay!
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel of geeky people who delve deeper into the realms of Dungeons and Dragons. Did you hear me? I said Dungeons and Dragons. Anyway, we thank you everyone for liking, commenting, subscribing and doing nice things on the channels. As capitalist society we live in, we love the followers and the likes because it gives us the algorithms to boost our presence online, you see. And yes, and all that shit. So it's one of those things. But if you like what we do, please, give us a tick, give us a bell, give us a ding ding. Smash the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, which you're on, because why not? And go on the Dungeons Delvers with a Z on Instagram, because, why not? And just, support our channels and stuff, and do stuff, because, why not? That is the name of the episode tonight. It's called Why Not? So, don't know why I'm starting to go southern. How is everyone? Everyone say hi.
Hello.
Hello. He's not saying hi to me, saying hi to the people who are looking at you. So, I've really got no announcements. Anyone got any? It's like, oh, God, we're in a box. We're in which box,
people
mate?
looking at us. Yeah.
Has anyone got any announcements for today? Or is it all just go, go, go?
Go, go, go.
All on the go train, baby.
Okay, cool. Nice. So, I should do a quick recap of where we left off in this case. And, oh, do you know what I haven't done in a while? Jackal. In this week's episode of...
What?
Oh my God, he remembered. Eventually. Icewind, the Frost Maiden. Dungeon Delvers. I haven't done that in a while, so, it's one of those things.
I was literally like, what the fuck are you on about?
The only thing you used to turn up to the sessions because of that. That is fine.
That was all I did. I turned up, did that, and left.
So, last we left off, the party discovered the tombs of Reggaryarva, an ancient giant who stood to trespassers and anyone who came by to test them in a trial of combat. This burial ground set within the Seven Thrones, still thrumming with the power of these guardian souls. You managed to pass the test by surviving the bouts of battle, whereby winning the granted entrance to the tomb. One of the thrones under the spirit of Reggaryarva, where he floats and was basically directing you, began to recess into the ground and reveal a staircase. You followed it down into the lit, and any light you lit with your light sources. I don't know why I wrote that down so many times. With any light sources that you had on you, revealing a forgotten chamber where a challenge awaited you. You managed to decipher a riddle or a rhyme or poem from the ancient giant's last words, which corresponded to the found items in the chest, which were either picklocked quite delicately or violently broken into. You found an elven arrow, a dragon scale, a rock from Kelvin's Cairn, and a frozen dead owl. Placing them on the urns, set them ablaze, revealing the secondary chamber, which was filled with one last chest, with a golden key hanging from it. Apollo gingerly walked over to the key and decided to turn it under Oakland's control, thus revealing a portal and 6 enchanted flying axes that flew at you and attacked you. After defeating the flying axes, you managed to claim the victory in this room alongside a beautifully decorated staff with a lion's head adorned with an Aztecian markings. One by one, you made your way out via the portal, where ravens awaited your arrival, attacking and swarming on you, killing them very quickly, but shortly after, revealing another giant, moving towards very slowly towards your position, with a large anvil hanging from a chain, approached and asked a specific question, which was about a horn. I didn't write the question.
And that was only in Giant at that time, wasn't it? Or did they say in common?
Sentry was the only one who understood that, I believe.
Okay.
The rest of you basically didn't hear much. All you heard was pretty much just... it was more like... And that was it. Sentry, you heard the words very closely. Somewhere around, where is my horn?
Yeah.
And that is where we last left off.
Wicked.
So, band that has no name.
Mate.
You see, you all are gathered around in locations which are on the map currently. You see this giant, with a anvil coming closer towards you and saying this giant language towards Sentry. What is everybody doing right now?
I'll have my sword drawn, just being on guard.
I think last me and Creek left off is that we were with Thazor just like holding hands, waiting at the back, like
Okay.
Creek was very much was wetting her knickers at this.
Okay.
I'm going to meet him. Her. It was a her.
It is a female giant. You can see from this distance now, you can see the kind of draped clothing. It's not like battered like you saw through the undead giants. This one is very much fresh sewn, almost like wool and bits of leather and tan. But you can clearly see it is a female giant with this low swinging anvil just dragging along the floor in parts. With a slight kind of long black hair, kind of wet, not done at all in terms of any fashion. Kind of stares it directly towards you, Sentry, and says that phrase. So I'm just giving you all opportunity just to write yourself and just decide what you're going to do right now.
Yeah, I'm just on guard.
I'm going to dismount Athena and move back.
Okay. So as you're doing that, that's absolutely fine.
I'm going to go here.
Just gonna move in front of everybody and begin to hold my hand up to the Mrs. Giant.
Okay, so as you hold your hand up, she actually stops because you are currently in giant form. Is that right? Or
I'm
form?
large. She's huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you are a large former at the moment. So you put your hand out and you hear the footsteps of this giant. And as soon as Sentry puts his hand out, you do hear them just stop or cease.
And back in giant, I'll just pronounce out with my hand held aloft out. Your horn. Was it here before? None of us have seen one here.
You hear back in giants. The rest of you hear just the muffled, grungy language of this giant. And Sentry, you hear, I was here to claim it. It is mine, after all. And you see a large, meaty finger amongst this giant maw of a giant just kind of reach out and point towards you, Sayer. As I believe you are wielding whatever you claimed from the tomb.
That's the horn.
the horn.
I've got it on my back at the moment.
Correct.
Yeah. I've got it strapped around me. Yeah.
And as soon as she points and looks towards and goes, you either pass it over or we can settle this in another way.
And Sarah doesn't understand any of this, so he's just kind of like,
Yeah, exactly. You are literally no idea.
D5, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, just to put it into context, you are literally hearing
All right, Jabba the Hutt, like fuck. Like,
yeah, basically.
So she was after the horn to claim him. One has to begin with though. The horn. We've earned this from Reggaryarva. What does it mean to you?
Again, the rest of you hear it in giant. Sentry, you hear. You see her kind of take one step closer towards you. Looking directly towards where Sayer's standing and at the horn. Make a quick perception check while you're there. First roll of the night.
Yeah. 24.
With a 24, you can definitely see that this. Well, with a 24, you can definitely see that this in particular figure is. In fact, make a history check just to go with that. Just see what you do here.
Oh dear. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's one.
That's about right.
Okay,
I rolled a 2 with a -1.
fantastic. At least we know you're bad at something. Right, so this female giant figure comes over to you, basically placing this anvil just down gently, and it kind of rattles as it kind of clings to a halt, and you kind of like looks towards you, ready on a kind of like not stretching stance, but kind of like ready for anything kind of thing. And you see just like look back towards you and say, "It is of my right. I own this land where you stand, and Reggaryarva, you lose his name in. I'm not sure you understand who this is." Kind of looks back towards you.
Still, I'll just hold hand, just make sure that everybody else is fine, stood behind me at the moment, and then face back towards. By your right, by our right, Reggaryarva has proclaimed this horn is ours. If you want it, you'll have to claim it, same we did. And I'm gonna then unsheath.
Okay, cool. So you go proper, kaiju on this bitch, right? So basically,
Yeah, kaiju battle.
as you do that, she basically goes down to pick the anvil back up. The chain slings it around her back and goes, "By right, that is how it is won in the first place, no?" And I would like everybody to roll initiative for me.
Giant. Let's go.
I was trying to say, by the way, Fraser, but my voice didn't come out.
That's fine.
I was saying, as I draw, rage as well, so
That's
steam
fine.
will just erupt out.
Yeah,
from
you can do that. That's free action.
Source.
Oh my god, my initiative is so good.
Maestro, if you please. I'll let you
Yeah.
do this.
My initiative is
Make
always
it
rough.
tribal.
It's good to have the cleric go last, though.
Always
Always good. Last
Uh,
was good.
Fraser
Whoopee.
didn't click the thing. He's going to have to do it all manually now because it's douchebag. Right, okay, let's do it again.
He's a douchebag.
We had so many. We had 2 battles last game. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He did. Oh, there's an ad. I'm trying to listen to what this battle music sounds like, and it's just like, yeah, car insurance free with Nectar.
That is a great ad. That is so relative to what we're doing.
Here we go.
Imagine. Hey, sounds good. Right.
I'm gonna see what the giants rolled and decide if I want to use my inspiration. Inspiration, Fraser. Do you use it as reroll?
Yes. Use it as a look.
Jamie, goddamn, that initiative roll. Holy fuck.
That's amazing.
What I will say, what I will say is where
Remember, I've got the
is-
highest dex and a roll of advantage.
Oh, is it 11 for Athena?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is everybody roll? Can everybody see themselves on the turn charts?
I
Yes.
sure can.
Amazing. I'll roll for my guy.
I'm curious, did leveling up
Oh, that's bad.
time before reset my wolf transformation, by the way?
Resets everything in my game.
Okay, so I do actually have one.
You have it back, yeah. Everything it resets. It's like a
Yeah, I didn't use it
in a
last time.
standard Skyrim game. Yeah.
Cool.
Have you
Well,
ever watched that taking the mick out of RPG games where like you're on your last kind of bit of health and you just
Yeah.
yeah, that's like
It's too weak. You're too weak. You just like cut down a tree.
yeah, finds like a bit of lavender on the floor. You level up.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually she rolled really bad.
Nice.
Haha.
Good news for you. So top of the round, Jackal. You see, obviously, this conversation in Giant going on, but you see a very steamy, angry sentry. What would you like to do?
Nice. Okay, I'm going to move out here. I'm going to pull out my bow and I'm going to try and take a shot at Mrs. Giant.
Absolutely. Make a sound.
Let me make sure the right things are ticked. Cool. Or unticked even. Pachow! 25.
25 absolutely hits.
Nice. After firing that, I'm then going to move 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I'm going to use my new ability, Cunning Action, and attempt to hide as a bonus action.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So what roll is that? Is it a stealth check, I believe?
Stealth. Stealth indeed. Which is an 18.
You think you're hidden?
Nice. Cool. Thank you very much. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Make a quick perception check while you're there, please.
Oh, okay. 17.
17. With a 17, Jackal, you notice where you were once stood. Very strange feeling coming from underfoot. Now, in this area, you know that this was once a battleground for many battles, not just what you've witnessed. So you've seen this battle happen, you were in a battle, and you probably just assumed that all the rest of these have failed there, whatever test it might have been. But where you were standing and where you came from, you feel like the ground shifting and moving. And just before you left with the 17, I'd say, you saw almost like tendrilled vines just peering out from the middle, the centre of this seven-throned area.
Okay. Am I still allowed to talk?
You still have a very, 6 second, 2 second thing to say, yeah?
Cool. In that case, yeah, I'm going to silent speech to Sentry and just very quickly say, "Look around you. Something ain't right on the floor." And then that'll be the end of my turn.
Okie doke. Good. Yeah, no problem. Nice turn.
Thank you.
Next up is Saya. Oakland, you're on deck.
Cool.
Cool. I'm gonna run up to this bitch. And I'm gonna attack him.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do. Go for it.
That's what Saya does. 17 a hit.
17 absolute hits.
Okay, so that's 8 piercing and 7 dueling / flame.
Okay, so that is 15 damage.
Yeah. And I would like to cast Brand of Castination. Oh my god, I can talk today, can't I?
Okay. Try being a DM and pronouncing all these weird names.
I feel your pain. But yeah, so it brands a mark on, I guess, like the leg wherever I'm attacking it.
Yeah,
the
so
leg,
you go in with your blade and you slice straight up through the thigh area as you come down on this anvil, and it kind of like stumbles a little bit as it screams out a little bit in pain, kind of stumbles and rights itself on the throne. Noticing actually it doesn't get hurt by the frost. You can see this quite clearly now, I would say, Creek and Oakland. Where you once got burnt, there is no singeing or pain coming from this giant once it's touched the throne, which is quite interesting. To you both, anyway. As you do this, through its chest, I will say that you can just see, along the neckline, this engraving just coming. It's kind of like into the skin, almost, and it's just singed through. Yeah. So it's branded.
Oh, okay.
Make it a bit sexier for you.
Ooh, I say. I will then. I'll use the rest of my attacks.
Go ahead.
Here comes another one. Whoa, 22 to
22
hit.
hits.
Okay, so that's 13 damage.
13, yep, absolutely. As you go for another slash on the other side of the thigh, as it kind of rights itself, tries to block and parry, but it's too slow. Yep.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Disarming strike is only on people who are the same size or smaller than me, right?
Read your description. It should say in the.
I think you could do it on anybody.
Is it when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend one superior to attempt to disarm?
Didn't you do that on the last giant?
I believe you did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Since I hit that attack, I'll use one superiority die to do a disarming attack.
Yeah. So just remind me how that works.
So I'll put it in chat so you can see as well.
Nice.
So when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend one superiority I can't speak today. Superiority die to attempt to disarm the target, forcing it to drop one of your items of choice. It's holding, blah blah blah. A superiority die to the attack damage of the roll, and it must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it will drop the object of my choice,
and what's
it
the
will land.
save? Just so I know.
So I have you. Oh yeah, here we go. So it has to do better than that.
DC 14. It saves.
It saves.
Yeah.
Dang.
Roll the superiority die, though, because that went to the damage.
Yeah. So roll the superiority die. I believe it's additional to the damage.
Where do I do that?
I think I put it bottom left of your sheet where your past perception is, down as a tool.
Saving for proficiency. Oh, what proficiency modifier plus that? No.
Yeah.
Bottom left. I'm trying to find it.
I'll tell you what. Make a roll a d20 and add your strength.
Superiority die, so D6, Solly.
Or is it a d6?
It's just underneath Blood Maledict. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a d6. Yeah, just roll a d6.
It's rolling. I got a 6.
Got a 6. Cool. So that's additional to the damage.
Yes.
Amazing. I was just going to round it down, but cool. Awesome. Is that your go?
Yes, that is my go.
Okay. Oaklin, you're up, and Athena is on deck.
So can you guys see me okay?
Yes.
Cool. Oakland's going to take a step forward, just 5 feet in front of these two. New ability time. Here we go. As usual, you've seen it all. Oakland's eyes go black and her hands become claws, but instead of this time doing what she normally does, she's going to start muttering in Abyssal, and she's going to place her hands gently to the ground, and then it's as if not all the energy is leaving her, but it's as if all the blackness from her arms are seeping into the ground, and then just in front of her, it's going to travel along the ground to about here, just in front of the giant. Can I place there, or is that where the throne is?
You can place there, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You'll see you'll see it up hand, but you'll see this shadow-like entity of a giant cobra appear. And I have now cast Day Roar, which is Elvish for Shadow Spirit, apparently.
Indeed, you do. So, as just a bit of flavour on the end of that, you see kind of trailing like a snake within this snow, and obviously within the corpses and things like that. You do see this blighted shadow energy just kind of trail towards this throne, and popping out just very kind of angelically out of this smoke is this just black, visage of a snake, apparently.
Yeah. And it shares initiative with me, so I don't have to put it on the initiative board.
I think it's mad.
So,
just do it on your turn. Just do it on your turn.
Do it on your turn. Okay. And it takes it immediately after me, and that is the end of my turn.
Okay, so Snaky Shadow Snake is up.
Snake Shadow Snake.
Thank you, boy.
Come on, Daryl. What you gonna do?
At this point, you see the giant just look straight down at the snake, not phased at all in any way, shape, or form.
This thing's big.
It's going to take the form of. what's it called? Okay, it's going to take the form of despair, so the weight of sorrow. Any creature other than you starts its turn within 5 feet of the spirit has basically reduced 20 feet of their movement immediately.
Do you want to put that in the description so I can read it? Please.
Where does that include me then?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Great.
let's see.
And then it's going to take a multi-attack.
Brilliant. Okay,
What
make that
damage?
attack.
Number 1. So natural 20.
20 off the bat.
Hey!
Yes. Okay, brilliant. No, that doesn't hit. Yeah, absolutely fucking hits. So yeah, just describe for me how this snake now attacks in this. Give me a bit of flavour on this.
So it seeps out of the ground, doesn't actually pay attention to Sarah at all, just following command. And then its eyes go... What's the colour of despair? Let's say red. No, not red. Let's do green. Why not?
Okay. Cool.
Eyes go green, and then on the floor, a pulse of energy just releases from it, and then you just feel slow, Saya. Feel very like your feet are almost pulled to the ground a little bit,
Gravity's heavier.
and then it's going to come up. Is it fans of a cobra? Are going to come out,
Yes.
and it's just going to take attack, but try and tower over it a little bit, even though it's smaller.
So it slithers up.
Fine,
I would
I've
say
trained at 100 times gravity.
it slithers up its boot and just kind of like twirls around its torso and does kind of this nip around the side, just under the armor, as it kind of tries to bat it off, and it flies back where it landed. Yeah, cool, nice. So that's 19 damage from one hit.
And I get another one. Let's go. Oh,
That's
one.
just the description for multi-attack.
That's a 17 to hit.
17. Let's have a look. Hits. Yeah.
14 cold damage.
Wow. So that's a pretty beefy turn.
Yeah.
Wait, Chloe, did you only do it at 3rd level?
Yeah, I get 2.
No, it's only 1.
It says 2.
It's number of attacks equal to half the spell's level rounded down. Yeah, so 3.
Oh,
yeah.
I
So
misread
it'd only
it. I thought it was...
Yeah, that's 5. Yep, close.
Okay,
Just by 1 when you
ignore
get
the second one. I'm happy with the natural 20 though.
I'm very happy for you for that. In ways.
I think... Can I move it? I don't think I can.
Should be able to.
It obeys your commands. Yeah, I can move it as well. So it's basically like another token. It's going to stay there.
Okie dokie. Is
Yes.
that your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Amazing. Athena, you're next, and Creek, you're on deck.
Nice, cool. Athena, she's going to move. She's going to go stand. Run over here.
Okay.
And for now, she will just take the dodge action.
Okay.
So there's
As
big
usual.
shots,
No
very
problem.
scary. Yeah, end of my turn.
Fantastic. Creek, you're up. Sentry, you're on deck.
Creek is going to look a bit nervous and be a bit worried and sort of look over her shoulder to sort of see I could run away from this, but she's going to grab her medallion of Eldath and feel a sort of sense of I must stay here, I've got to do my part. So she's going to run 30 feet. I think that's 30 feet.
You can use your ruler to just have a little mooch. So
Yeah,
that's 30 feet there.
Yeah.
There's one more.
Oh, from there. Okay, that's right. Yep, cool.
And she's going to look at the giant and she's going to cast Bane. on
Bane,
her,
nice. Yeah,
which is a charisma saving throw 15.
I believe it is. Charisma. What was the save?
15.
It fails. It is now Bane.
God. So, you must roll. The target must roll a d4 and subtract the number roll from
Yes.
any attack rolls or saving throws.
I'm going to use the Skull of Bane. Why not?
Colorful. And that'll end her turn for now.
Okay, cool.
She's a bit scared.
So, that is your turn. No problem. Sentry, you're up, and it's go next. Considering you started the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably looking alright at the moment still, so I'm going to I think last time you said, but just double check, contact poison, I can put it on as a bonus action.
You can.
Or is it? Wicked. I will
Otherwise that's like a really long ass turn.
yeah, man. Bonus action, put contact poison on the edge of the blade, so it's like a paste of green and purple that comes along the blue light edge of the blade. And I'll stomp towards Monsieur.
Okay. Now this is an interesting one because you've got 2 allies in front of you, and are you 5 feet away? I think you are, aren't you?
Yeah, 5 feet away.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
You
right
will be able
next.
to hit it. That's fine. Carry on.
You can't get any closer, yeah.
And I'm a
It's only
swing.
20 feet removed.
It's all good. I've only just got within 5 feet of it.
The issue
so
is
only-
here is that you are in between 2 thrones, and you are both large. Now, you also have a large weapon, and you've got to get through a smaller space.
Just do that. Overhead.
So as a
Isn't
DM, I'm gonna add +1 to our AC at this point.
Isn't it built for giants though? That's my argument back.
The gap in between isn't.
Oh, alright.
DM, bitch.
Okay. That's bad.
That's my argument.
That's bad. Alright.
I love that. DM, bitch.
DM.
As we get more into this campaign, the more I just don't give a fuck.
Cool. And I will reckless attack.
Okay.
Didn't need to. And I will reroll one of the damage die. Give me a second.
So that's 21 to hit, which sorry, 23 to hit, which absolutely
23 to
hits.
hit, yeah. Which, and I also add a d6 because of poison as well. Give me a second. So another 5, so that becomes 10, 14, 14 plus 11 plus 5.
Okay.
25.
25.
30.
30 damage in one hit.
Wow.
Yeah, baby.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Amazing. So just give it a bit of flavour on that and how you do it. Obviously with the contact poison as well.
Swinging through recklessly now. I'll just clash through the chair that's there, cut through that and hit into the front plate of the giant.
Nice.
Not trying to, seemingly trying to show strength behind it, but not as if I'm going for like a killing blow against the giant. And when the blade comes to the edge, I'll look back and hold it in between. And in giant, I'll just say back, I don't want for myself and my companions to have to end you here. You fought valiantly. End this now. Put your weapons down.
You hear a response in giant, and you hear, "It is my right. You will die for this."
Cool.
No, you.
End of my turn.
Okay. It is its go. The first thing it is going to do is you see basically kind of on the side of its armor plate, you see this kind of device that looks like a whistle, but it's made out of bone, and you see or hear it blow, and it makes kind of a fluttering noise, like I can't do it. I'm not going to try. It's a flittering noise that you hear into the distance, and from your west side of the map, I would say that with just about your passive, I would say Jackal, you see or hear something coming from the west side of this throne, or the throne circle you're in.
Okay.
This
So like all the way
round
over here.
Yeah. You hear it coming from this direction. You don't know what it is yet?
Cool,
I mean, actually, make a quick nature check while you're there, Jackal. Why not?
A nature check. Oh.
2 plus
Oh, we got 11.
It sounds like a quadrupedal monster. Something with 4 legs.
Wow, that
Yeah.
really narrows it down.
Yep. That's what you get with an 11.
It's a horsey.
It's a little horse. Yeah, no.
A little horse with a big heart.
Ponies coming from the
Tiny
west.
horse.
It's coming from the west side. From the west side.
What's that?
Alright, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Let me just give me a second, guys. Right. Put that there for now. Okay, as an action, what you see in front of you, say you're the closest to it. It's going to roll something just to make sure.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's going to grab its anvil and just launch one straight down at you, staring at the branding on its chest, kind of like looking in a bit of pain. You see the steam coming off it from where the magical essence have just settled. And it throws this anvil down towards you.
Mm-hmm.
That is 13 to hit.
Misses. And it takes psychic damage.
Why does it take psychic damage? Tron.
Because of my brand.
Amazing. So what does it do?
So if it attacks any creature, including me, within 5 feet, the creature takes psychic damage equal to my intelligence modifier.
Nice.
Minimum of 1 damage.
Nice, mate. Nice. So as it goes down and throws this. Oh wait, hold on. Does it have to
It has
deal
to
that?
deal the damage?
Yeah,
Does it say it has to deal the damage?
Oh, when you damage.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, you're right. Deals damage. I thought it was just if it attacks.
No, I mean that would be pretty dope.
It is rad though. It is rad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
But you
I
do,
read
you do
that
see
wrong.
it, you
My
do see
bad.
the aura flare off once you do attack, as it would be if it was going to hit. But obviously nothing comes off it.
Yeah, okay. My bad.
Okay. It's going to go for a second attack on Snaky as it throws it round and then slams it down on the opposite side.
No, my snaky.
Yes.
Snicker snack.
That's a natural 20.
Of course.
Now it takes psychic damage.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's right, Ollie.
You are very lucky, Oliver. Very lucky.
Alright,
that is
so-
25 bludgeoning damage straight to the snaky's face.
Whoa.
Damn. That's a lot of damage.
Well, that's a natural
That's a
20.
lot of damage.
It got 0 on its next roll. It did 25 damage on its normal roll, and its next damage is 0, so it did normal roll.
Oh. Well then.
Oof.
I know, massive oof.
Snake is still standing.
Yeah.
What's your damage, Ollie, that you do to it?
So what do I roll for this?
I think it's just your intelligence mod.
So it's your intelligence modifier.
Oh,
isn't it?
7. It'd be 7 damage.
So 7 damage. That's pretty good.
Wait, no, just your modifier, Ollie.
Is it plus?
So like,
Plus.
yeah.
Oh, then it would be +4.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
I was gonna
I was
say
looking at saves. That's why.
Okay.
I was looking at saves.
So minus
I was like, +7. Holy shit.
But that's still good. As it hits down
Yeah,
the
he's
snake.
smart as fuck, boy. He's smart as fuck.
As you see Oakland as it swings down this anvil on this snake, and you just see it disappear, and you kind of your heart goes in your mouth. You go, oh no, and then you kind of like let the dust settle, and basically what happens is you see the anvil kind of lift, and it's still there, just slithering around, kind of flickering in and out a little bit, but it's still stable. And you see it, as it slams its weapon down, you see its chest just burst into green as it reeks in pain. But yeah, it comes back. That is its go, I believe.
Nice.
Next up is we're at the top of the round, and we are at Jackal.
No, hey. Okay. Jackal
Yeah.
is going to use his full movement to get to here. Question. Well, 2 questions. First question.
Yes.
Am I in flanking position or am I not?
I would say so. Yes.
Nice.
It does
don't
count
worry
as an
about the second
ally.
question.
I was about to ask that, and I think we said this last
Yeah.
time. So yeah, it does count. If it was a
Cool.
if it's a spiritual weapon, it doesn't. But obviously, if it's a
I'm
physical,
there too.
it does. Yes.
Yeah, the creature's an ally to you and your companions.
Yeah. OP.
Lovely. In this case, Jackal, Shanky.
Okay, make an attack roll with advantage. Shanky.
You do a little shanky
Get
shank.
him.
23.
23 absolutely hits.
Nice. And then, yeah, well, bonus action, Shanky again.
Okay, bonus action, Shanky.
For 26.
26. So what's that total damage?
13 plus 8 is 21.
21 damage.
21.
As you go in and literally start slashing away at the ankles of this thing, as it kind of goes down on one knee and then gets back up and rights itself, and you slash again on its thigh that once, say, it opened up, and it kind of rights itself again, screaming in pain at this point. Yeah, nice damage.
Nice.
Cool. And then Jackal, who suddenly looked like he disappeared unless you got passive perception of 18 or higher. He's going to yell out to the group, I hear movement from the west. Keep an eye out. And that'll be the end of his turn.
Okay, amazing. Say it, you're up next. I would say at this point, top of the round, Oakland, Creek, Athena, you all see, and Thazal, obviously, this kind of like tendril, viney entity. It's almost like it's creeping out of nowhere. It's in the center of this, I don't know what to call it, circle. I'll draw a little shape to where it is, so you can also see it. So it's around here. There is definitely movement of sorts. Okay? Say it, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna transform into my Wolfie boy form. There you go.
Boom.
So we got a snake and a wolf fighting a big giant person.
D&D guys. Question for you: what happens to your inventory when you change shape?
It stays there. Stays the same.
Okay, so it literally you look like basically Tarzan. You got things on you, but you
kinda. Yeah. Okay, I still got like.
It doesn't just get absorbed into your body. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, my hair will probably be growing like through like my backpack and shit because it's so like. But yeah, it says my inventory and.
You're basically not a werewolf with a Hello Kitty bag. Is that what you're trying to say?
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, let's say yeah. Just going to school.
Amazing, cool.
Scary wolf.
wolf,
Then
scary backpack.
Then I need to recast Right Flame on my thing.
Okay, so do you have to do that when you
bonus action
when you transform? Is that a thing you have to do when you transform?
Yes. When I can only have Right Flame on one weapon at a time.
Ah, makes sense. Okay, yeah. So do the damage. So you take 5 damage. Yeah, pretty big.
That's not great.
Not what you needed.
2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Taking that damage, and I'll do. Can I attack, or is that it?
You can do one attack, I believe. Oh yeah, no, wait. Hold on. Was that an action to transform?
Wait. I can't remember. Let me look on my.
Luke, real quick. Is it an action to transform?
Bonus action to transform. I was going to say you won't be able to right flame your claws because that's a bonus action.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right.
Okay, then. I don't right a flame then. I don't right a flame.
You can still use your blades. You can still use your blades, which still have the right on. So for this turn,
as a wolf?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so for this turn,
Because you don't turn into a legit wolf, it's just a transformation.
Yeah, when you transform, you just gain the.
So use the
physical.
use the attack damage for the blades. Yeah.
And then afterwards, on your next turn, sheath the blade, which gets rid of right flame on the blade. Then you'll have your bonus action next turn, which you'll put on your claws if you wanted to, and then you'll go ahead and spend just action to attack.
I'll do my attack then, and I get 2 attacks because obviously I have the extra attack.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Natural
20!
Oh, mate. Mate.
That's 10.
It was cooler.
22 damage.
Okay, put the 5 life back on because you don't take that. Because you haven't done that yet. So
yeah, I have.
What was the damage?
22.
22.
In one hit.
As you go,
which is really
as you slash down and basically come up through in your wolf form, it's stronger through pretty much the gut of this thing, and you almost penetrate it like a kebab. And you open up some of the armor plates, and now you can see quite closely. Jackal, I'd say Sentry, you see this. The plating on this versus other giants you've seen is more intricate and kind of harder and thicker. So you think it may mean some sort of ranking system within its community. You don't know.
Okay.
That's what you
Did
get.
I see that too?
You
I get one
You
final
guys
attack.
wouldn't because it's a bit too far away. Because
No, for my snake, it shares my intelligence, so we communicate.
yeah, but can you see through your snake?
I can't see through the snake, but the snake can actually
Tell
pass
you.
it back to me if it wants to.
Okay, we'll talk about that
The
later.
snake-
But yeah, we'll say yes for now. Okay.
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 I just wanted to.
That's fine. So, so yeah, you see this kind of like almost not gold, but like brass objects on its kind of chest area, on its arm, and it's got better shoulder plates than you've seen before in other giants. So you'd assume some sort of higher hierarchy.
Cool. Well, I'll do one last attack, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
I will say, as you've done this, it is on one knee, and it is literally sweating out of breath and holding onto the throne, looking back towards you, Saya, as you are about to potentially.
Come on. Here we go. Is that advantage or no? Because it's flanking.
You're currently not flanking.
Flanking, does that not count? Okay, well, 18 then.
Saya, how would you like to do this? Again.
Okay. So, as it gets on one knee, Saya's going to use his claws, not as an attack, but a way to grab on and, like, kind of lift himself up.
Yeah.
Then is going to, like, lift himself up onto his knee and then stab the sword right through its temple so it comes out the other side like a kebab.
Nice. So you go up, you pass your blade through the skull. Is it kind of like does a very familiar scene from Lord of the Rings, the cave troll that goes straight through, eyes go wide, its body goes limp, as you hear just the last words kind of trudder out of its mouth, kind of worthy, and kind of like falls to the ground. Flail gone, and it's
Did it say that in common, or was that in giant?
giant. Essentially.
Ah, damn it. I was going to do like a fucking badass one-liner.
Sorry, I'll give you the death, not the awesome skills. Right, cool.
You're damn right.
She is now gone.
That was a rather big kebab.
Hell yeah, dude. We'll feast on it later.
I would say, at this point... actually, no, you don't. Your passive isn't that high. Is that your go?
That's my go.
Okay, Oaklyn, you're up.
It's me! Has anything emerged from the central area yet?
Would you like to make a perception check? Feel free to.
Yes, please.
Okay, make a perception check.
It's a 19.
With a 19, you absolutely see, I mean, because obviously 6 seconds per turn, it's happening very slowly. But what you see is it's almost at this point, probably about 2-3 feet high. You see just like, it's like roots from a tree, just making its way up.
Yeah.
You also see, because it's littered with bodies and all sorts, some of the ends have got like bits of skull and like maybe the odd bow, arrow, sword just clinging off it, and maybe like I'd say on one of the ends like a dead rotten end of a horse. Like you see it obviously just pushing up from the underscape.
Oh shit. Okay. Who's close?
You assume this is because of obviously all the stuff that's underneath it. Not, I mean, with you're intelligent to figure out that this could be a threat or not. You don't know.
Okay, I'm going to call out to Creek and say, you might want to step back, keep an eye on that middle bit. And as obviously it's coming out and shit, and she's going to hold her action. If anything emerges that's threatening to myself or anyone else, she will release a firebolt. But until then, she's going to hold that.
Okay, so any enemy, release fireball.
Yeah, that's threatening to the party. If it comes up and it's not being threatening, then she won't release it.
Okie dokie.
Whatever it is. And Deror will move here to block that area.
What's his movement?
40.
Has he got reduced movement from Ollie's thing?
No, because he's immune to it. It's only what he releases. It doesn't count him in it. It's any creature around him.
Okay. Yep, you can move.
And then, what does it say? I think if I don't give it a turn, it will just take the dodge action, which is what it will do.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Yeah, and that's the end of my turn.
Amazing. What was the ability with the minus? Was it half the movement speed? Who did that?
Yeah, how long does that last?
Well,
That is the shadow spirit.
Yeah, it's the spirit itself. Yeah, so the weight of sorrow. It's by 20 feet until the. Oh, hang on. Did I misread it? Bear with. Sorry, it's new ability.
I think it's when you start your turn within 5 feet of it.
Yeah, so it's not you, it's whatever.
Yeah, so Saya started his turn, and then when it got to whose turn is it? When it gets to Saya's next turn, it then dissipates.
Okay, so
I only last for one turn when they enter the area.
Okay.
So sorry, misread that.
That's fine. But you move there. You can do that. You can move that. That's not a problem at all. Is that your go?
Yeah. That's my
abilities. We need to get used to him.
That's cool, mate. That's cool. Athena, you're up, and Creek, you're on deck. Athena, I would say, because you share telepathic abilities and senses and things like that, Jackal, you get the feeling that Athena knows and can hear something, as you sensed it.
Oh. Okay. Athena, then.
Just make a quick perception check while you're there, just so I know how much for Athena, please.
For Athena.
Yes.
Cool. 20.
20. Yeah, absolutely. Something is coming close from this area.
That area. Okay, then Athena will trust her instincts and she'll start to creep back towards Jackal. Yeah. Move there.
Okay.
Take the dodge action. End of Athena's turn.
Yeah,
she's like looking towards where Jackal is.
I just imagine that she swifts around, kind of like low pose, kind of like looking towards you, ears up, kind of that prey you see on like the Discovery Channel where the lion's about to attack.
The Discovery Channel. Yeah.
Creek, you're up. Sentry, you're on deck.
Creek is going to move down here quite quickly and sort of looking around, and she's going to hold an action for guiding bolt. So as soon as anything comes up to attack or moves into attack, she's going to strike it with guiding bolt.
Okay. No problem. So golden bolt. Just remember that as a held action. I will not be remembering these. You need to remember them.
Yep, that's fine.
And then say them when you do. Okay. Is that your action?
Yes.
And have you got anything else on your turn, or is that it?
That'll be it.
Cool.
That'll be it.
Next up is Sentry.
Yeah. Now that some time's kind of passed on, the thing coming out the centre.
So probably about 20-ish seconds, maybe, from this point.
Yeah. What's its shape now? Is it still tree?
It's almost like branching out, but you can see at this point, I would say with your passive anyway, you see it kind of curling around, almost like a ball shape. So you can see the bottom end of a sphere, almost like a bowl. It's like branching out, but you see all these ends of dead trails and bones and all sorts. You just see this thing start to curl.
Okay. And by tree and bowl of an actual like tree, or like a small tree. Okay, so it's small.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, can I hear? I can't remember if you said if I heard or not. The who's.
Well, Jackal did warn you, so feel free to make a perception check.
Cool.
Would I have heard it because of my increased hearing?
I would say because you're too busy fighting. We'd have to do a check. But
okay. Do you want me to do a check?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
A natural 20.
20.
Stop rolling natural 20s, guys, because you know. I want to actually.
I don't want to roll an actual 20 or a
It's getting bored.
perception check.
But still, with a natural 20, you absolutely hear something coming from the left-hand side. And in fact, you can hear, with a natural 20, I'm going to give you it, it's definitely a large-sized creature with the impact of its feet. But that's what you get from that.
Okay, and directly from that direction
Correct.
there.
From around here.
Okay. Cool. With that on hand, then I'm gonna come this way. Yeah, come this way over to here. To there rather.
Okay.
I can't see anything going closer, cresting over the hill at all at the minute.
Nothing
Can
yet,
I?
no.
Cool. And I will just ready my action. Yep.
Okay.
Should
So you're already in actions. What are you holding?
my great sword.
Okie dokie. Perfect. So, you are held in action. Is that your go? Is that your go? Sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
I can't do
That's fine, mate. How dare you not speak? Okay, so out of the mist, and I would say that Thazor, Oakland, and Athena and Creek see this the first. So, you see a large white wolf appear from the west side, lower side of this circle. At this point, I would say
The one from the goblin camp.
I would say, Oakland and anybody who has held actions, you may release them.
I won't be releasing mine yet unless it's threatening to one of my party.
Good shout. What did you say, Creek?
Only if it's aggressive or trying to attack us, so I'd still hold it, just keeping my eye on it,
Okay,
making sure, because
brilliant.
I'm not, I'm not sure if it's friendly or not.
Well, at this point, you can definitely see it's looking around and snarling, and it's got its hind legs kind of back end up, looking around where you are, and you kind of see it. I would say, yeah, it reaches kind of the end and looks towards the corpse of the dead giant, and kind of looks around. Very familiar to what you saw last time on the wolf, back in the goblin camp. Just looking around, summing up the area.
Would we have time to do anything at this
It is
point?
its go. This is happening within 6 seconds.
Cool, that's fine.
So, I will say that is its go. It's moved its full movement. Jackal, you are up.
Cool. Okay, Jackal's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Going out of bounds.
30, 35. Then he's going to action dash. So another 35. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to high bounds just the side bit of the actual throne, so I'm not quite in view, and I'm going to bonus action hide.
Okay, bonus action time. Make a stealth check.
Thank you all.
You stealthy motherfucker.
Oh,
You
rough.
think you're hidden?
30.
Yeah. That's normally the
Cool. That is the end of Jackal's turn.
Next up, Saya.
Saya will. Well, I'll sheath my sword and put right on my claws. First thing.
Okay, so that's a bonus action.
Yep, bonus action. Bam.
Take your damage. Hey, better.
1! Woo! That's better than last time. Alright, cool.
It's the only natural
That-
one you should be happy about. I think.
Yes, that is very true. The only natural one I want is on Blood Manor. Oh shit. The puppet thing's only on a reaction, isn't it?
Yes, and when it hits
Getting
0
that!
points
Ah!
on that turn, you forget this every
Too
time,
late.
but it's fine.
Yeah, well.
To be
Anyway,
fair, there was nothing around anyway, so it wouldn't have been able to hit
Yeah.
anything.
I mean that.
Yeah, the giant. If you'd have raised it on that turn, the wolf weren't even there. So
Oh, that's true. Alright, anyway. And then I'm going to move. I'm gonna move here.
Okie doke.
Whoop. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Amazing. Cool. Next up, Oakland, and Athena's on deck.
Did you say it looked aggressive?
It is snarling profusely, like literally, like as a wolf is trained or a dog is trained to attack. On back legs, kind of looking around. You can see now on its muzzle, you can definitely see some traces of either blood or whatever it is last meal was. So
out of curiosity, has it clocked us?
Every single one of you, yeah.
Okay, cool.
The weird snake, the giant sentry, yeah, everything.
Does everyone see it then?
At this point, I would say everyone is close enough to you. Except for
Okay,
Jackal
that's
can
fine.
only see a little bit of it, but the rest of you can see it quite clearly.
Okay. Gonna move here. And yeah, same thing. I'm going to hold my action if it attacks with a firebolt, please.
Okay, no problem at all. I'm guessing that's a cantrip.
Yes, yeah.
Cool. So if it attacks, hold an action. Fantastic. Is that your go?
Yep, and the roar will go here, and same, we take the dodge action.
Okay, brilliant. Athena, you're up. Creek, you're on deck.
Nice. Athena is going to race over. She's going to action dash over to Jackal. Athena just sprints across the battlefield.
Jumps over the swarm of ravens that once were.
Yeah.
I'd say she just dodges around and like scrapes around. Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah. End of our turn, please.
No worries, Creek.
Just
You're
like
up.
Luke, I'm capturing the flag.
Sentry, you're on deck.
Creek's just going to move round to here, keeping her eye on this wolf, and again keep a guiding bolt. Hold action, keep a guiding bolt sort of prepared. It might be start like sparkling in her hands, just sort of in case it sort of makes a lunge or makes an attack on anybody. She'll immediately hit it with that.
Okay, good to know. What was you holding again? So no.
A guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. No worries. You can definitely do that. So you can whenever you hold something, by the way, just cinematically, you can see it spalling up in your hand. So if it's a firebolt, you can see this hand of flame. But obviously, if it's a guiding bolt, you can do whatever you're doing, and you can just glow in its aura, ready to attack. Yeah.
Creek's panting a lot and sort of looking very, very, very worried and slightly upset. But she's going to sort of try and hold it together.
Cool. Love it. First time nerves. Right. Is that your go?
That's my go. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Hold on. Sentry, you're up.
Sorry. One more towards the throne.
That's fine.
Oh shit! I should have done that one. Oh well.
I will move towards. Going towards it. Does it? Because I was close to the White Wolf from Karkarock. Does it look as though it's the same one, or?
Make a nature check.
That'd be crazy if it's fucking mental if it's the same one.
Ah shit!
It looks the same.
Sure.
Try and tame it.
Want somebody's?
No, yeah.
Are you hungry?
Picks out some goblins out of his pocket.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a goblin head on its tooth.
Yeah, this seems cool.
Isn't
like,
that there?
big giant.
So would a player.
I will. I'll re-rage because that's run out,
Yeah, because you didn't take damage or do anything last turn.
and move the rest of my movement towards, but holding my hand out to the wolf and just say, "Ing giant, heal down."
Make a animal handling check. We haven't done one of these before. Let's do it.
Oh,
Persuade the wolf.
forget advantage 'cause it's in giant.
Make it with advantage because it's in giant.
Anchors on big. Yes.
Natural 20.
14. 14.
Okay, 14.
That's not bad.
You put your hand out and you say this in giant, and everyone else doesn't know what's going on. You just hear this robotic version of what you heard earlier, and you kind of hear it like vibrate through his armor. And you see this wolf just kind of like step back. As you're stepping closer towards it, it's stepping back away from you. And it kind of looks away as you do that and like looks around. And now its ears have gone from forward to attack to back to like worried, or this worried stance. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll just get out to it then and still just holding my hand out.
Okay.
No, just stay there. Yeah, and that would be me then.
That's your turn. It's go next. I'm gonna make a quick roll to see what it does.
Come on.
Yeah. So you see it kind of like shuffling back, looking around, ears down now, not snarling as much, but looking very confused. It is going to turn tail and run.
Hey.
What?
So it is now Sentry. You see it go off. Double action to dash, and it is now 80 feet away from you. Are you doing anything as you're leaving?
Let the last one go. That worked quite well for us. Yeah, I'll let it leave.
Okay, brilliant.
Hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Yes, we have real sound effects, bitches. It is now, the budget has gone up for this. Fantastic. We get real dogs. So, yeah, you see it turn tail and run. You are currently out of initiative right now.
Woo!
How's the thing that was sort of coming up in the middle? Has that ceased?
Yeah.
So as the battle has ended, and Thazor's kind of like, at the moment, he's kind of like holding this device like a cradle, rocking backwards and forwards, like, and he's like, watch the battle, all this commence, and he's kind of bewildered by your ability. His monocle has been knocked out a few times, and you're trying to find it on the snow and dusting it off. He looks a bit like a useless Mr. Smee. From Peter Pan. But hey, he's kind of like looks around and he goes, is it all over?
Seems like it.
And he points towards the middle area, and you can still see it's growing and growing very slowly though. But at this point, you can see now it's almost turned into this ball area. So it's almost like a sphere. So it's reaching out more of a 3/4 sphere, and you can see these kind of like extra rooted areas made of this kind of viscous black wood just kind of come around, and it's curling, and it doesn't look natural, but it doesn't look like threatening either.
Saya will walk up to it and place his paw on it.
Okay, which bit? Because you've got like, imagine this as a balloon. So you've got the area, I would say maybe 2-3 feet in the air, which is the sphere. Right. And then towards the stem is just this, almost like a smaller sphere coming up to it. So it's like its plinth, if that makes sense.
Am I able to reach the top bit? How high is that top bit from?
So how tall are you?
Saya is... I can't remember how tall Saya is. Shall we have a look?
In wolf form.
In wolf form, he's the same height.
Okay, so I'm guessing you're about 5'6", aren't you?
5'8".
5'8".
He's 5'8".
You're not tall enough to reach the top just yet. I mean, it comes up from about a 2-3 feet height, but the ball is currently building its way up. So it's probably just level with your head at the moment. Okay,
well, I'll place my paw on the first bit then.
Okay, so you place your paw on it, and basically as you place your paw on it, you feel just these almost like these veins or vines or whatever you call them. They're kind of like coming up through your hand, but they're not attacking you, they're passing you.
Since I've still got the staff or whatever it was strapped on my back, I'm gonna quickly just like fling it around so I can put it on my hands and then maybe touch it against this thing.
Prod
See if
it.
it has it.
Yeah, so
See
you
if
can
it like correlates at all.
give it a bit of a poke and doesn't
Maybe have a prod.
doesn't do much. You place the lion head end on it and it just curls round it. Yeah, just finds its way around, almost like a rock in the middle of a stream. Just doesn't really affect it.
Alright, I'll step back. And since nothing
Should
much is
we
going on, I'm gonna have a
Take
look.
at that.
Oh.
I mean, I can try and get to the top of it if you'd like.
I was meaning the horn.
Oh,
What?
he wants to look at the horn that you have. Well, staff horn thing.
Well, at least you're able to look in more detail for.
Yeah, I did roll an
Magic item.
investigation last time, but we never used it in the end because we
You didn't
stopped
get
before you.
chance. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I use that
I-
roll? Or do you want me to re-roll?
Yeah, if you want to make another investigation, you will have to re-roll. Yeah.
Dang. Okay, I'll re-roll then.
I
It was-
can have a look at the item, but you'd have to give me about 10 minutes to prepare. Oh no.
With a 6.
23 last time.
Not so good. It just looks like a really interesting Aztecian designed staff. But I will show you a description. I'll try to.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a look at it when we settle down. I'll be able to do it then. But for now, we should find somewhere to rest after we've looked at this thing.
Yeah. Say's gonna sling it back over his back.
Okay, you can do that.
Jackal, is it me or you that has the elven, like, not the, what was it?
Shirt.
Yeah, the armor thing.
Shirt. I currently have it.
You have it. Cool, that's fine.
I don't even remember that. I'm not gonna lie.
Just that I've got a list of things I want to look at.
Okay, so I can't show you it, but I can describe it because it says what it is on the token. So, but yeah, it's got this weird blue, yellow, green, red Aztecian design on its staff with this obviously strap, and it's got this incredibly designed lion's head with its mane casting over the staff itself. That's what you see.
I want this to be like a character thing for Saya. He's earned this staff, and he's gonna.
Now he can talk giant.
Now I can talk Aztecian.
Yeah.
Aztecian in our era, for whatever Dungeons and Dragons version of it is, I have no idea.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, he's just gonna sling it back over his back like, oh, okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Creek's going to walk off over here for a little bit and just be very overwhelmed and slightly hyperventilate, and then she's going to cry.
Okay.
But with her back to everybody, just because she feels very overwhelmed, but try to make sure that nobody sees her crying. So a lot of stifled tears and
Make
a lot of that.
make a very quick stealth check.
Yes, you'll walk off.
I was
Oh,
just
I
about
have-
to say as well.
I have
I
disadvantage.
wanted to walk to Creek,
There you go.
but
So 8.
8. Everyone with a passive perception higher than 8 will hear this.
So everyone.
Oh.
Oh no.
hold on.
Whether you,
I was just about to say as well that I'll walk over to you anyway.
whether you
but
act on this.
now with more reason.
I will walk over as well, behind Sentry, if that's okay.
That's fine. Just setting the scene for you guys as you're doing this and moving around.
I'll follow Sentry.
The theoretical dust has settled, and you can see now that the wind is picking up a little bit as it was earlier. It was quite still before you went under the tomb. Now you've got spirals of like snow coming out. It's becoming the normal tundra. It's almost as if the magical aura of this place has kind of like forgotten itself, but you still see just speckles of moonlight, almost like spotlights on the floor, just kind of like passing around as these clouds are becoming to regain the moon once more. And that's where you see Creek walk on.
Just hearing.
Whilst all this
Go on, Jackal.
Whilst all this is going on, Jack will walk over to the dead lady giant and start investigating.
Okay.
I shall join.
Yeah, an investigation check. Make it
May I help him
make
to
it
give
with
him advantage?
Yes, if it's with you.
Yes. Do it with advantage. Never mind. Doesn't fucking matter.
You see all these like ragged, scruffed bits of hide, and you see kind of the better brass areas of chest plate. Not really much use to you, but for a giant can come in useful. You see its large anvil weapon and a slight smaller dagger, which was sheathed on its side. But besides that, nothing.
I'll take a closer look at the dagger if I
Okay,
can.
so the dagger is currently the size of you-ish.
Oh fuck it up!
So it is pretty big. These giants, compared to you, Jackal, are absolutely humongous. Think Attack
Can
on
I try and
Titan.
pick up the dagger?
You could try, but trying to sheath it. I mean, for you, it would be like more of a not a great sword, but that
Great
kind of,
sword?
yeah, that era. So, are you going to try and pick it up? I mean, you can if you. I mean,
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try.
okay, because you like doing this, trying to pick it up like that. Yeah. I would say make a strength check. Why not? You want to bench a knife?
8.
You go for it, and you place your hands underneath it, and you just no, nothing.
Fuck that. As you're just gonna see, Jackal walk away with Athena.
Okay, yeah, Athena follows you on. So, yeah, everyone sees this happen. Jackal, while you're in the middle now, and everyone else, you can still see while time has passed a little bit. The top end of this dome now is being complete, and it's almost come to a slowing down process. You can see that the vines now have kind of stopped, and it's almost in this position. And as you're just looking around, it's kind of gathering the snow on the top now. So, just so you're aware, it's a thatched, rooted sphere with an opaque cheek, so you can't see through it. But it's almost like on this balloon, and it goes out to a bubble.
This is the tree thing in the middle,
Correct.
isn't it?
And this is what you saw at the start.
Okay. Okay. Me and Athena will start making our way over there.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything else?
I'll follow along, because I don't really have anything else to do.
Okay.
I'll just round the corner to where Creek is, look back over my shoulder with Oakland, and just round the corner and seeing Creek as you are. How are you right now, Creek?
She's just sort of trying to, like, keeping her back to you, just sort of like, I'm okay, I'm alright. Like, very high pitched and squeaky, and because she's a water genasi, she's literally bucketing tears. Tears is literally flowing out of her, trying to, like, stop it, and...
Some of them do freeze on the way down, actually.
Yeah. She's trying to wipe it away so it doesn't freeze her eyes shut. So,
that would be painful.
Yeah, so she's just lots of sniffling and drying her eyes and trying to keep it together and just sort of say, I'm alright, I'm alright.
Just, he'll just go up behind. You'll hear his footsteps in the snow, not trying to surprise you. Just shh. He'll just put his hand on your shoulder.
She'll flinch suddenly and then slowly sort of relax a bit. Thank you.
You did well with all of us. Your help is appreciated here, Creep. I wasn't sure if you were another imposter like the rest of the group, so I apologise for the harsh manner to begin with, but you've proven to be a good companion with us, and for that I'm sorry on the wounds and blows you took before. You're all right now.
She's just gonna turn around and sort of still wiping her eyes, but I didn't know. I was sent out here to find my own path and to learn, and it was just much scarier than I realized. And I just didn't know if I could do it. And I don't want to let you all down.
You've gotten this far, haven't you? I mean, you did fantastic.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm with you all. You know, I try to go out on my own and I nearly freeze my ass off. You know, Thezor and everyone had to come look after me, and I just want to do my parents proud and Eldath proud, but I'm just scared. I'm really scared.
Oakland's going to look a little bit awkward for a moment, and kind of look a bit hesitant on what to do. She looks up at Sentry, and then she just have a little flashback of her brother when he'd feel the same, and use that memory to go over and give you a really big hug.
Crick sort of doesn't really know what to do with her hands at first. She's not. No one's ever sort of hugged her, so she's sort of.
Yeah, she's gonna give you like a. It's not a warm hug. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a hug.
Crick is very much accepting of this show of she sees it as a gift. Her tribe are not big on affection, so this is very nice for her. And she's just gonna sort of wipe the last few tears away and say thank you.
Creek, make a wisdom saving throw.
The hug has killed you. You died.
So what was your name again?
What'd you get?
Natural 20 for 28.
Oakland dies.
You feel
Round.
you feel the emotion pour between you, and the strength between your new companions, and you feel almost like it was getting a bit too much, but at this very same moment it's a lot of strange inner strength you've never felt before.
You would not believe your eyes.
She's gonna take a big deep breath and pick up her staff, because she'll have dropped it when she was crying, and sort of nod to Sentry and Oakland and go, "Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't know if I could do this, and I think you all are giving me that confidence. So thank you."
You said you are choosing a path to walk, and well, you've chosen a difficult one, let alone walking up a mountain now. So yeah, and Sentry's just stood there like usual, blank face, just a bit like I've seen people put a hand on the shoulder and stuff, but he's just
You're using human gesture.
Nod.
Yeah,
give me a nod. And
He puts his hand on her shoulder and like grips it slightly too hard.
Craig's gonna nod and sort of pat him on the side, because she doesn't really know what to do, and the hug might seem inappropriate, so she's just sort of gently patting back and giving him a nod back.
okay.
Well, let's head back. It'll be fine. Stay with us for a little while at least. We'll
Thank
help
you.
you through your path.
Thank
And
you.
she's going to start walking off, but behind Creek, to make sure she's okay.
Craig's gonna walk back to the room.
yeah.
And as we cinematically pan through this as newfound companions and strength amongst heroes, we walk towards the centre of our throned area. I haven't come up with a name just yet, but with this centre amorphous circle sphere of vine-like entities. As we pan out vertically and horizontally in all the angles. That's where we're going to take a break.
Woo!
So, welcome back, everyone. I don't know why I say that. Anyway, so we find ourselves in this spherical throne space with this weird, almost like vine-like substance in the middle, just kind of like grown around itself. I would say the closest thing I can describe it to is Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy when he goes into the ball. That's what you see. What
Has it
would
stopped
you
growing?
like to do? It is stopped, and it's basically just sitting there, now gathering snow as it's snowing lightly. You can see like the snow settling on the top.
Can I try and climb to the top with my claws to grip into it?
You can certainly try. Make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Is it?
Athena would like to do the same.
Same again, then. Yeah.
Is it lit up? Like, can we see it's lit up, or is it just a ball and that's it? Like, we can't see any lights coming through the branches, maybe?
Just to make this kind of more of a cinematic thing, so you got like more of a basic, this landscape is basically picking up this light snow, some shale going around from the wind, but it's just this black silhouette. If you were looking at it at that distance, there's no light coming off it. No.
Okay.
I got a 15, by the way.
Good to know.
And did you want
could I
Athena
also-
to roll? Because she does have a climb speed.
She does have a climb speed, yes, so no, she wouldn't have to roll.
Nice.
Lucky bitch.
So with a 15, I would say that you do manage to, you grab on and you dig your claws in one by one. And as you do, and you break some parts off, they regrow. It's almost like replenishing itself. And you go up and you grab and you move to the top. But at the same time, Athena is going to the top. Now, there isn't enough space at the top of this for the both of you. It is King of the Hill at this point. So, you are neck and neck, level. What would you like to do?
Push her off, no.
Jackal's silent speeches to Athena. Go on, girl, go. Beat him, go, go.
Saying no because he's going a little bit faster. He's just going to be like...
Are you going to race at this point?
Yes.
I would like both of you to make a dexterity check, dexterity check, please.
DM, can I just ask what is it like? What kind of day is it? Is it dark? Is it light? Is it dusk? Like what kind
It's so interesting because
Well, let me tell
make
is
make a survival check for me, just based off this. Just while you're there.
me.
Yes. Inquiring about the day, time of day.
17.
Can
I'll get back to you in a sec.
Okay.
Can Athena make the dex check with advantage, as she does have a climb speed, and say it doesn't?
No, because you
More
both
so in my wolf form.
you both technically have a climb speed because you reached the acrobatics check. So I will say that no.
Yeah, get
This
fucked.
is just straight dexterity.
Okay.
Who beats who?
Alright, you want to go first? Ladies first.
Oh no!
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh! Okay, I would say at this point, when you hear, when Athena hears you say, "Go, girl, go," she puts her ears up and then kind of goes straight towards it, but slides on, I'd say a little bit of like bone material and matter of whatever's on the floor, gets a paw stuck and kind of like topples over a little bit and kind of tries to shake it off, but by that point, Saya is already halfway up.
Can I try something?
Depends what it is. Yes, you can. Win the game. No, you
It's
can't.
like, is it like it's roots, isn't it?
It looks like roots, yeah.
Okay, I want to quickly see something. I'm going to cast a firebolt in my hand to see if it like winces or reacts away from the flame when I bring it closer.
Okay, yeah, certainly try. I would say at this point, because it is about 5 foot by 5 foot, this little sphere.
I'm going at the root thing as well.
So
yeah.
just so you know, Say, you're at the top now, and Athena is basically towards the base, waiting for your command, Jackal.
Cool, yeah, she'll just wait there for now.
Okay. Oakland, you can feel free to make an attack roll on it if you wish.
Well, it's just to see if it winces away from a flame.
Okay, just, yeah.
If it's like live, and reactive.
Okay, so you throw forth a fire bolt.
Well, I'm just holding it in my hand and bringing it closer, as if it's like I'm bringing fire to.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
to see if it will wince away.
Which part would you like to? The dome bit, or the sphere bit, or the stem? Which bit?
Where I can reach.
You can reach
I don't know how.
You can reach the base of the sphere, or you can reach the whole of the stem. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll do the base where I can
Okay,
reach.
so you place your flame in your hand and you reach towards and place it closer, and you just see it char, very similar to any wood or wood.
Does it like break away, or is it more like a solid matter?
How long
I
are
assume.
you holding your fire bolt on there for?
Well, I'll hold it until I get a result.
Okay, so you hold it there. I would say that you probably, you wait there and nothing's really happening right now. You can see it charring, but that's it. To see anything else happen, you may have to hold it for a little while longer.
That's fine. I'll just see if there's any reaction, if I can try and get through at least.
At this point with a 17 Creek, it's very interesting. And the reason why I got you to roll a survival check is because it is nighttime. But yet there is moonlight coming through. And it's, like I said, for the first time in a long time for most of you, actually seen moonlight. It is getting towards nighttime in real time, but it's almost like that dusk versus kind of like coming out from the morning kind of thing. So it's towards the end of the day. The moon is out, but magically you can see it through this cloud. And it's very interesting because at the moment you are unaware of where you are, because you're not sure where in the tundra you are. You've appeared onto a random spot that any of you could be anywhere, but whatever area this is isn't under a certain magical influence of possibly the Frost Maiden. So it's up to you to what you make of that.
So this sort of the tree branches thing that's basically come up from the middle, is there like a way into it, or is it just like roots have come up and it's gone into a dome and that's it, or is there like maybe an area we could squeeze into it or look into it, or is there nothing? There's nothing.
Certainly make a investigation check, see if you can find a way in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my intention was earlier, but it didn't go
15.
With a 15, no real way in, no cubby hole. It's very tight knit. It's almost like it's very thatched.
Okay.
Oakland, you're leaving your fireball bolt on your hand, and then
Is it just charring?
It's just charring. Nothing really happening.
Okay, she's going to revoke that. And did you say Say was on the top?
Sayre is currently on the top. Yeah, there's a wolf on the top of the dome. Sphere.
Woo!
Yeah.
And whereabouts is Athena on the? Did you say she was more towards the base?
Athena, I would say, because they were racing and Jackal hasn't told her to move, she's probably just like sitting towards the base, just staring up at Sayre.
Okay. I'm going to aim myself in the direction where none of them can get hit if it goes through, but I'm going to cast a chromatic orb of acid and try and pop it through the sphere.
Okay, make an attack roll.
To see if it will melt through.
I'll give you advantage, because why not?
Oh my god, 11?
I'd say 11 hits.
Maybe?
It's a stem. You know, it's not hard to
Not really moving, is it?
No. If you really failed on it, maybe something else would happen.
But that'll be 11 acid damage.
Okay. So as you throw your chromatic orb, just to describe to me what this chromatic orb looks like, just so I've got a bit.
Just the same, like gooey, popping green bit of like in my hand that's like bubbling, and almost like that heat coming from it as well. And she's just gonna aim away from obviously Sayre and Athena, whereabouts they are, and just try and put it through.
Okay, which you absolutely did with an 11. You hit it straight where you wanted it to. 11 damage. You see basically the roots of where it hit kind of like start to disintegrate and curl up and almost like necrotically just open up. And what you see is this very small fist-size opening just start to appear.
Okay. Cool.
So now
I'm
you
gonna.
have the dome, but a very small hole where the roots have just...
Is it tall enough?
So that always...
Oh, wait. Yeah. How tall is the hole?
How tall's a hole or how tall's the thing?
Yeah. So like where I would have hit it from me to the little hole I've now made.
Yeah.
Can I like see through it? Not like completely, but can I at least see through it?
You mean, are you tall enough to see through the hole, is what you're saying?
Yeah, even from a
How
distance.
tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
It's pretty much just above your height, I would say, where you've hit it. So realistically, I would say you get closer, you can see. But from
Okay,
where
I'm gonna
you
get a
are,
bit
it's just black.
closer.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and poke my head through.
Okay, so I would say it's a
Not poke my head
Yeah.
through, but like, you know what I mean.
because it's a fist size. Your head isn't the size of a fist, so you couldn't fit your head through.
I put my eye in.
Yeah, exactly. But I would say that you could get on your tippy toes and have a little peek through. Make a perception check, please, with disadvantage because it is dark.
I have dark vision.
Make it just a straight roll.
Wop wop. Not killing us.
I will get you back.
That's an 8. What the fuck, man?
Just darkness. It's just
She's
there's too many kind of like just like congealed roots and just things in the way. Yeah, you can't really see much.
Oh, do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna point my finger through and have a look, even though it's dark, and I'm gonna teleport in.
Okay. Right.
Because I can see.
That's
How
true.
was that?
I'm gonna teleport in. I don't know.
So the rest of you see.
I might get stuck. But
The rest of you see Oakland just poke a finger through. I would say that, say you get a perfect view of this. Athena's like, kind of like really confused. Thazor's just kind of like in awe. He's got his ball, he's kind of tinkering with it, and then he stops and goes, like very curiously looking at you. And basically, you cast teleport and darkness, except for the little hole that you can see through, appearing a small bit of light.
Creek ran up to the hole where she did and just sort of put her mouth out and be like, "Hello, are you still there?
hello.
Are you okay?"
Am I okay?
You feel fine. A bit like cramped, but yeah, you're right.
All right.
I mean, I'm wishing that this would have been so much more dangerous because it would have been hilarious. But no, it's fine.
Can you see anything in there?
I'm gonna do that. No, but if I could have a bit of light, that'd be great.
Oh, Creek is going to cast light on her staff and then sort of put the end of the staff in.
Can anybody see me? Yeah. You can do that. You place, and you kind of like rustle a few.
Just try and squeeze it into.
Get it in there. And
Get in there.
what you see before you, Oakland, and it's strange because inside this ball, it's not like a hollow sphere that's carved out. It's still entangled with roots and stems, and it's like weirdly arched in here, so you can just about fit in, but you're like getting mashed with vines. What you see in the middle is a bow.
What, just like hanging there?
Yeah, it's almost attached to the roots itself.
Oh shit! Does it look like it's made out of the roots?
I would say that it looks like it was. Make an Arcana check.
Oh, okay.
See how much you do know about this.
And it's just the bow I can see, yeah?
Yeah, it's got a string.
Oh.
It's got ends. It's got a handle.
Got 25.
25. With a 25, you definitely realise not only is this I would say, magically intuned or some sort of not safe but tomb that someone would keep something very, very safe and only appear if something was triggered. So almost like a safe in your house, you know, like have a 4-digit code or whatever.
Yeah.
Someone's just put in that 4-digit code and it's come up.
Okay.
Jackal's like.
I'm going to scratch the top where I assume Saya is and go, "Hey Saya, can you try and dig your way through and let me out?
So-
I've got something."
So you can see just through the top, like where his shadow is, and just making the light move and distort. Yeah, you can definitely
Yeah,
see.
just gonna scratch to get his attention and say that, and then I'm going to, yeah, I'll let that happen first.
Okay.
Okay. So then just like.
Okay.
Try
I mean,
and dig his way
I'm
through.
not going to make you make attack rolls, but are you trying to basically open up?
Yeah, I'm digging straight down.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say that it takes you. I mean, you do your first few strikes at it, and it's thick, so it's going to take a minute or two.
Creek is going to pull her stuff with the light out and sort of like hold it up for Saya just to sort of see, like a bit like a boom mic.
Yeah.
Sort of
Absolutely.
hold it up so he can sort of see what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, and as you guys know, it is dark now, to the point of the moonlight is fading, so it's just speckles, so your light does help. Is anybody doing anything as this dome is being destroyed, or sphere is being destroyed?
Like Joe during this shit.
I'm just gonna grab the bow.
How long does your snake last, just so I know?
An hour.
Okay, so it's still up.
So, Dathan was just chilling, watching.
Yeah. I would say that because it's an entity, it's more just there looking around. Maybe, does it have a conscious?
It does.
Okay, so he's watching.
So it does have like a personality in a way, but it follows my orders.
Awesome. Cool. Something like a sentient being. Nice.
Yeah.
So I would say 2-3 minutes have passed, and you can just about now grab the ends of the top and rip them open. But as you're doing that, you grab the bow. Is that right, Oakland?
Yeah, I went to grab the bow.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. You just grab the bow.
That's fine.
It's just,
Cool.
It feels like a bow. Yeah.
Well, I'll pop the bow on me. And while Saya's doing it.
You try and pull the bow, but it's attached with various roots. Have you ever tried to put together Warhammer? This is the best description I can think of, so go with it. You know,
it's a good description.
You have to poke out the
Yeah.
It's attached. Yeah.
I'll do that then. I'll get my dagger and just take
can do
away the end pieces.
Yeah, you can do that. Get the paint set out and the glue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you take away.
Put part of the arm off. Shit.
Take it away and you sling this bow, and it's so weird because in this dirty, like dark area, you get this very clean, very nice, kind of like, yeah, it's got a nice feel to it, I would say. What you feel is this kind of intricate, it's got like crafted wooden ends, and then in the middle towards the where the handle is on the bow, you can see these carved white markings of black wood, like almost like ivory, and then it goes to this fur and this wooden strapped handle. It looks incredible.
Cool. Yeah, once I've retrieved it and Saya's trying to dig me out, I will grab it and then wait for Saya.
I'd say at this point you see Saya's claws just rip the top open, and you can just see his face kind of like looking in, a bit of drool comes out.
Come a snout through. Like...
Yeah, that's it.
Hello. I'm just going to reach my arms up.
Yeah.
Help me.
Yep. I grab her.
Okay, you fly out.
Yeah.
So you are out of the top. Obviously, there's only room enough for one of you, so one of you is going to have to fall down. Whether that be...
I'll fall down.
Okay,
it's
so you
fine.
slide down. Yep. Land. Whereabouts do you land, Oakland?
Anywhere you'd like me to land. She wouldn't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't have a designation. Destination. Oh.
Jackal, make a wisdom saving throw.
What?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Oh, I thought you were going to say dex.
Yeah,
I thought she was going to land on me. Saving throw, yeah?
Yeah.
18.
18.
You're too smart.
Imagine. You almost...
It's alright for free.
You see Oakland appear out of this sphere, sliding down with this new bow slinked across her, and you look at her and you go, yeah, that's just Oakland being weird. You take a double take and you nearly choke on your own breath as she comes down and lands her feet on the floor, as this bow is the exact description of your father's bow.
Oh shit!
You remain standing. You remain standing, and you see this in awe, and you look at it and you go, the description is exact, to the point of where you've not been looking for it, and you've seen it in memories and thoughts and things of written down descriptions, but this is it.
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
Not aware. Oakland's just going to jump down and go, ooh.
Creek's gonna steady Oakland and make sure she's okay, and sort of help her up.
Say's gonna like lie down by his claws, like.
Yeah. I'm going to take it off and go, I found this. It's pretty cool.
Creek's just gonna
Jackal,
hold
what
her
do you think?
staff and show it so everyone can see the light.
Yeah, and I'm going to show it towards Jackal because Oakland knows fuck all about bows.
As Athena sees this and shares your consciousness, I would say Athena immediately ears go up and look towards it.
You literally see Jackal wide-eyed, stunned, and yeah, Athena also almost like a very sharp awareness but stunned expression as well. Is you literally get no reply from Jackal. For a second, you can, although he's got a mask on and everything, you can tell that something's just shot through him.
Are you alright? Are you alright, Jackal? What's happened?
Yeah, I'm going to put my hand on him as she says that and not say anything. Just put my hand on and give him a little shake.
He's just like...
A little, I like a little movement.
You
just
look
to
like
wake him up.
you look like you've seen a ghost. What's happened? You okay?
I think I just have. I'm sorry. Do you mind if I?
Oh, go
As he
ahead.
points towards the. Jackal's going to inspect it closely now.
Yeah,
Now that he's got
make a investigation check with advantage. See what you
Creek
think.
will bring her staff with the light closer to it so you can see it, like in full light.
6.
6.
Oh.
I mean, with a 6, you can get the identity of the weight, and you feel it, and you look at it, and it looks exactly like the description, to the T of what you remember all those years ago.
Did I ever tell any of you about, well, my heritage, my family?
Mate, we don't even know what your face looks like. I don't think we're gonna know that.
I mean, you told me about your sister, and that's about it.
I don't know anything.
Well,
Why are you bullying me
mean-
on that?
I'm stunned. I mean, my father, I only knew him for at least the first quarter of my life, and before, well,
As you see, like, almost sadness go across Jackal's face.
well, this looks almost identical to the bow he used to wear and use in his hunting days. It's, I mean, it never really let me get too close to it, and without his supervision. But you know, I occasionally got the odd hold of it, and it let me have a shoot of it when I was closely monitored by him. And this feels and looks exactly the same. This is weird.
Did you ever come out here with him?
It can't be.
Did I DM?
What did you say, sorry?
Creek asked him if he ever came out with his way, like.
So, sorry, you coughed literally when you said, did he, and he went, I couldn't hear what he said. Say it one more time.
Oh, sorry. Craig was just asking if he ever came out with his father this way, basically.
Oh.
Like, does he, like, has he been here with his dad before? Like, is there a reason why?
Jackal, I would say, make a history check for me, real quick.
Do you know your own history?
It just because you need to know where you are for a start. Just in the direction of where you think you are.
Yeah, could have mine not been so.
With a 17, I would say definitely this is an area that you haven't been. You do not recognise the landscape at all.
No, I mean, if I knew this place, I would have said about it earlier when we ended up here. My father, he was quite a secretive man. I mean, I'd always stay home with my sister and my mother and always wait in excitement and anticipation for him to come home, and then he'd tell me about all his stories about where he's been and what he's been doing, and it's what inspired me to follow in his footsteps. Just
Well, then how did it get here? Because I met you outside of Icewind Dale.
Yeah, I mean, it beats me. Well, I know he traveled far and wide, but I didn't realize he went this far. Like, it was a trek and a half for us to come here, but I mean, he was gone for long periods at a time, and it definitely was plausible that he worked out here. Kind of.
Maybe that's why this has come up. Maybe it's for you. Maybe you were supposed to find it. I mean, you know, we weren't supposed to come here. You know, that we got dropped here by accident. Maybe we were always supposed to come here so you could find it.
Did your father have something to do with giants?
I don't think so with giants, but I mean, all of you guys, I apologize, I did keep it quiet, but you remember Hammond, right? The other sort of mysterious figure who...
Yes, yeah.
I mean, when we were back in the city, he almost hinted something about even knowing of or working with my father, so maybe he had further connections out here than I ever knew.
Possibly. It makes sense. Well, it's as far as I'm aware. Oh, carry on. That's fine.
No. You go.
Oh no, it's not important.
I was just gonna say then, whilst Jackal's like talking, he's not looking at any of you guys. He's still fixated on this bow, like really trying to recall and decide whether it is his father's or not because of how identical it looks, but the coincidence being so weird. And Jackal's going to pull an arrow from his quiver, and he is just going to gently nook the arrow against the bowstring and just slightly pull it, see if anything feels any more familiar to him about the pull of the bow.
So, a few things happen. You cautiously look around the bow, and you look at it in awe, and you're just taking it all in. And as you're looking at it, you hear a voice, soft, feminine, but unsure, come from the north side of the circle. And you hear it first, Jackal, and the rest of you hear it very shortly after. And you hear it say, "That is the bow of Vandillian, all right." And out of the mist, I would say, appears a drow-looking figure, I would say.
Wait, just before you get to that, am I able to just time lump Jack backwards? I just whilst everyone was...
Depends what it is, boy, because we're reaching into character arc.
That's the tree and seeing that everybody had it, Sentry would have gone and had a look at the giant, seeing that it had an anvil. I wanted to see if it had any smith tools as well, and or how light or heavy the anvil might be.
Okay. The anvil is the same size as you. Pretty much. It is a very large anvil. Make an investigation check just to see.
12.
With a 12, what are you looking for particularly?
Just smith tool sets, so general such things like hammers, tongs,
Yeah.
charcoal implements, rags, block of steel, whetstone, that kind of element.
You can see that with the 12, the armaments of this particular female giant was really made for scavenging, hunting, and fighting. It wasn't really a maker of sorts or smithy, so you don't find any of those tools. And the armaments and weapons you do find are too big for you to hold in your form currently.
Okay. Cool.
Back to where we just went. You hear a voice. You hear a voice from the distance saying, and you hear the gentle footsteps walk up, almost as if she was walking, or it was walking on just nothing. And it comes up and says, "That is definitely the bow of Vandillian, all right."
Jackal and Athena slowly start to step a couple feet forwards towards this mysterious figure.
Yeah.
Side by side. Athena looking just as curious as Jackal.
That's why
You-
flank him.
Yeah, that's fine.
You knew my father? Is he still alive? What happened to him? Where is he?
There's a few things you need to know, but I've been around here for a long time, and I found you because you are attached to this bow as our most... let me introduce myself. My name is Lex Drach of the Farmoon clan. And you must be Jackal, is that right?
Lextra, did you say, by the way?
That's Lexx. Drach. And from the Farmoon clan.
Farming. Okay.
It is a gender fluid elf ranger.
Sorry, it was the farming, did you say?
Farmoon. Yeah.
Farmoon, yeah.
Farming clan.
It's non-binary.
Okay, cool.
Yes, that's correct. I'm Jackal. Who?
Like I said, this might come as a surprise to you. We are being informed of a higher threat in these areas. And I know of this place, and I know of rumors. And lo and behold, I know where to find you because of it. And I was waiting for your arrival for it to appear. Yet, now, here you are. Son of Vandillian. Am I right?
That is correct.
As soon as you say that is correct, the drow figure immediately goes to one knee. And you all see this.
Oh, wow.
And you see the figure just look towards the floor and say, "Whatever your wish, I will help. And I am under your oath as of today."
Can I hear this?
You all can hear this, yeah.
I'm gonna insight check that shit.
Insight check, yeah, cool.
Say's gonna look
Like
at
she's kind of
Jackal.
gobsmacked.
Yeah, Say's gonna look at Jackal and say, "Who the fuck was your dad?"
16.
16, absolute, complete truth in terms of the most honesty you've ever seen in. I mean, the English there was terrible, but you've seen nobles go and be addressed by peasants. This is the same kind of thing right now.
Okay. Has she ever heard of probably not, but a Far Moon clan? Like, has she ever heard of it, or has Jackal ever mentioned something like it before?
Jackal would have mentioned a few clans in your travels. I'm not going to make you roll for it because it is general knowledge. Far Moon is one of the clans that exists in Faerun. Not a well-known clan, but Jackal would have mentioned it at some point.
Okay.
Would
Good to know.
Creek know this, seeing as she's new and would not have heard all of this about Jackal? Would she know what a Far Moon clan would be?
You probably wouldn't. Being a bit secluded and out of the bounty hunter world is very secluded in terms of its stretch out to nobles and certain towns, and it's only a if you know no clan kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
They exist. You are aware that bounties exist and bounty hunter guilds exist. New ones and old ones forming all the time. You could come to the conclusion that this is a bounty clan, but you know nothing of it.
I doubt Say would know anything about it.
Say would know nothing of this.
No, he's been a hobo for most of his life anyway.
It's just a cool name to him.
Whoa, that's cool.
Well, Willow's going to clock that and just give a little smile and let Jackal take the reins on it with full trust. And did you say you were staying near me, Creek?
Yes.
I'm just going to say I'm going to leave them to it, but obviously keep a close eye. I'm going to go and check on my friend over there. You're more than welcome to come with, as she's going to walk over to Daythor.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to follow.
Obviously.
Jackal to
and she's just gonna pet him, give him some attention. So if it's actually physical.
No, the first time of reaction from this in terms of the emotional connection between a spiritual beast and its conjurer is very almost romanticist, as you put your hand out and it enthralls your hand around and kind of like works its way around your torso, but not in a threatening way, just in a very like water through a stream. Yeah.
By the way, it's about like 6-7 foot tall.
Yeah. So this thing just like literally just envelops around you as it was.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
Creek is looking very concerned and yet enamoured all the time, but doesn't really know what to do.
It's almost like you're playing with something like water. You know, like what's it called? The Avatar. You water. Playing with it kind of thing, yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, she's just going to pet Daythor, and just while they're doing their introduction, she's going to introduce Creek to Daythor and yada yada yada. In the meantime,
and you introduce, and this snake kind of looks at you and almost like gives you a bit of a kind of an acceptance, kind of like walking, like, as a snake does, kind of like curls around you and inspects, but at the same time non-threatening.
Creek's just going to cross her arm over and just sort of bow towards it.
It doesn't really know what to do with this, so it just basically just works its way around and just acknowledges that you're there.
Cool. And I'll do that in the meantime.
Awesome.
Lex, please stand. Some explanation might be nice. You knew my. Please, is he still alive?
This is unknown information, Jackal, and we have been looking for the same answers as you. But when it comes to serving a higher purpose, we all serve under the original bounty hunter, Vandillian, the original surveyor of this culture. And you have been passed the gauntlet, my friend. And that weapon you hold between your palms right now is the start to something incredible.
You mean that
That's right. You could be and fill his shoes.
As Tosh's, this is Leshra, the last person, sorry, Jackal, that you met and known, had pretty poor ties to you. And you say you've been watching us here and know of this area. Where exactly are we? And why did you not help? Fraser, I'm talking to Lextra, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
So good.
Sorry, mate. I struggled to hear some of that.
I saw your face.
Yeah, I literally. So just go out what you just said then, just one more time.
Oh no.
Sorry, mate. Just very quickly, just briefly. I'll
It's
answer.
all good. I just said based on Jackal's past colleague that we met, Darkhat. How come Leshra, one, knows of this area? What is the name of this area? She knows it, and it knows it, and why didn't she help whilst we were in the fight?
Yeah, you lazy fuckhead.
I am not of knowledge of who you are. May you present yourself. Who are you?
Sentry Dawn, but answer the question first. It's rude.
Kind of like passes that gesture off and just looks towards you and goes, Sentry Dawn. I have been called to arms from the clans of around Faerun, and in search to take over this more dangerous foe, I have been summoned here to make sure that Jackal here, make sure he obtains something that he is owed in blood. In terms of me not helping, it did not look like you needed it.
And the name of this place, where are we?
We're in the great tombs of Reggaryarva. It is a secret tomb. Many thousands of years this place has been here. But it has rumors of concealing once ancient and powerful weaponry, especially to the Quell clan and to us in Faerun. But I understood that there was a party traveling around here, and thus I followed you and tracked you and found you as I do. And now you are here, wielding the weapon, thus proving my rite of passage. And now I am in your debt.
A quick one, sorry to interrupt, but you said foe. What do you mean by that? Greater foe?
So, I am not sure of your, I would say, political situation around the Ten Towns. The bounty clans run through Faerun unthrived and unmatched in many ways. But when it comes to our existence within Bryn Shander, Targos, we have heard a darker network being summoned. And this network becoming a threat not only to us, but to all of Ten Towns. Thus we are all involved together. I were aware of an individual called Hammond Quell.
I just look towards Jackal.
He's spoken to me a few times, and last I spoke to Hammond Quell, he spoke of my father, Vandillian.
You can thank him. That is the reason I am here. He is currently in process of bringing the clans together to fight a greater foe. Usually this would be under a different circumstance. As you know, clans hate each other. He would have a dagger through your throat unless I knew who you were. But now I know. Now I know that there could be peace between clans, and that it could be an easier political situation.
What is this big foe you speak of?
Yeah, do you have a name at all?
All we know is that they exist within Targos currently, and they roam in the shadows. They run like humans and have the face of a human, but are deeper and darker of much worse magics or blights. Have you came across any of these?
I
Think we have.
I think we have.
And what have you seen
Yes.
them do? Have you fought these?
Well, if you want to go into greater detail, it's not quite arcane in nature. I can't seem to find out exactly what it is, but they can seem to bring the dead back to life without using any arcane magic. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. But it is powerful.
I have not seen the dead come back to life, but I have seen them work within the shadows. Quite literally.
Look, Lex, this is all so much to take in right now, but if what you say is true and there is still either some kind of possibility that my father is still out there, because to me, I thought he would, well, I mean, I had no proof, but after all these years, I thought he was gone, and if there is proof that he's still alive, then please try and find him for me, and if there is a greater hope of uniting all of the bounty clans together again, then I'm sure that's what it won, and if this foe is as powerful as you speak, then it's what we need.
You speak so unsure, yet you know your path, Jackal. You tell me your father is missing, but yet you hold a piece of him in between your palms. I think you look to yourself and you understand yourself, and then you'll find exactly what you need to do. But until then, I am at your service. For now.
Do you at least have anything we could do from here? Any clues to move forward?
Clues regarding what?
Well, Jackal's father. Have you told us everything you know about him? His whereabouts?
This is information I will give you in time. Right now, you look like a piece of shit. Not going to lie.
I do agree. I feel like we should rest up, either here or we get out of here. Thazor, did you get that thing working?
Well, I'm trying. It's I can't. I've got a wee little problem. I didn't want to interrupt you. You look like having a great time. I didn't want to.
I pissed myself.
I didn't want to bring this whole thing. That I mean, I don't know who that is. So
What the fuck is going on?
the sphere works in certain ways. The rod that we use for an element of power is run out of power. The device works, but it needs to be charged. And I'm just figuring out how to charge it.
What exactly do you need to charge it with?
A magical element of sorts. I don't do magic, so kind of out my league.
I will rub my hands together and
Yeah,
I'll walk over.
I'm gonna just go like.
Okay, yeah.
I'll walk over and I will have a look with Thazor to try and figure out what might be needed. Because obviously I don't know the equipment. he does, so that will help me understand what's needed.
Make a quick Arcana check.
Arcana.
Kenny.
Fuck me!
Uh,
These rolls are
advantage because she's
shit.
good at it.
It's fine.
What'd you-
Apparently, I don't know shit all about magic.
Read your rolls out.
In the meantime,
Read your rolls out.
I got 9.
9. Okay.
Unless he was helping me.
He has no idea how to help you, so.
Do I know?
You show him the orb, you bring out the rod, and you inspect the rod, and you look at it and think, this does need to be charged, but you're not sure what with.
Okay.
Jackal's going to turn back to Lex and step forward another pace.
If what you say is true, that you are here to serve, and by that I do appreciate your service, but right now our priority is to get back, and if you do serve the Far Moon clan, I remember my father, he told me, well, some of you use powerful druidic magics. Is there any kind of way that you'd be able to help us return home?
Well, the interesting fact that you recognize us for our talents is one of the main reasons we're here. Well, I am here. What you have witnessed before you is a type of druidic magic. It is a sealant for devices, weaponry, objects of significance. And I just did not know what it contains, but now I do. This, in terms of where you are pretty far away from civilization, I can tell you that. But you are not too far from the nearest town, Prince Shander. It is only a few days' travel.
Who's got the map, by the way?
Jackal usually carries.
I think I do, yeah.
Is it Jackal? Okay.
Yeah, Jackal's gonna pull out the map.
And I will put it on for our
Next.
viewers. Go on.
Lex, so are we still on the map that I show you here?
1 second.
Because I'm gonna hand it, or at least show it, so that Lex can see it as well.
Okay. So you present it to Lex.
I do, yes.
No problem. Just wait for this thing to load. Load it. Okay, you show it to Lex, and you come towards him. I don't have to describe he, she. And they. Thank you.
Yeah, they.
And they kind of look at you in this solace as you've come closer now, and you come eye to eye. You see kind of like the look of almost seeing, you know, when like someone sees someone like a celebrity, but like a little bit stunned, like looking, and then kind of like looks back at the map and looks back at you and kind of like in awe of what you are, and kind of goes, yes, you are here. And they point to, and I'll put a little square where you are on the map. Here. Can everybody see this square?
I can't see the map.
Yeah, you're only showing it.
I see it on your
It's a sort of a yellow on the screen.
Oh, I
to
see it.
me.
Yeah.
I will put everyone on the map.
It's like
I
to
don't
the
see this
left.
bloody map.
You'll have to let me know if you can see Creek, because I haven't added you to it before. You should be able to.
Load it in. Yeah, I can see it.
Can everyone see the map now?
Nope.
Yeah.
Just loading. Is it the yellow square that you
It is
put on?
the yellow square where you're pointing. Where
Oh, well far
Lex
away.
has pointed, yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Is it loading for you?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
God, Luke's voice is just gone.
I told you.
Luke, quickly
There you go.
have a look at Chloe's computer.
I got it now.
There you go.
Cool.
You are
Nice.
very far west of, well, the main kind of river that flows through 10 towns. But you, I mean, where are you trying to go? Were you trying to come here, or did you not know where you were?
We were trying to well, we were heading southwest originally to deal with a separate problem, but after that we were planning to head far north to deal with, well, powers beyond us. Only rumors we've heard.
And what are these rumors?
He's going to look to
These notes.
Oakland next to me. He's got a much better memory than I do.
Who has more notes than me?
Yes. I do have a lot of notes, but I don't think I actually wrote down why we're heading north.
We were heading to see where the.
we were doing it about wizards or some shit, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
wizard.
There's a beast that you're going to see that we weren't sure if it was a dragon or
Oh
not.
no, this is something different. So basically, we were going up north due to the dwarven issue with the king that's currently cursed. So we were going to go up north, find the wizard. Same starts with Z. I'm just trying to go through my notes now. And then basically find out if he can help, because he's got, well, that person's got powers like that, but no one's, they don't even know if he's still
Oh,
alive.
you're
That was his
talking-
last location.
Zol.
That's it.
How about
Yeah,
the red cat?
I've just found it in my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just found it in my notes.
So that's the
Um,
wizard that we're going to be going to look
We were
for.
TP'd here though from looking for the beast though.
Yeah, and then we're going up north. That's what I was on about.
Yeah.
He apparently there's a mage, Zol or something along the lines, in the far north distance, and well, we went to go and speak with the dwarven tribe that is along the path up there to try and aid his king. He's suffering from quite what seems to be a nasty magical disease at the moment.
So you are, your attempt is to save...
Reghead, by the way. It's called Reghead with heading to.
Your attempt is to save a king.
At the moment, yes.
At what cost? Why are you saving a king?
At the moment, we have no leads in regards to anything else. As far as I'm aware, we've only bumped into this, well, these dark creatures only a handful of times. Maybe going up there might have given us more leads. I don't know. Right now, we're just trying to get by.
I see. Well, if this is where we must go to fulfill our destiny, then this is where we must go.
You're going to come with us?
It is completely up to you. But I see this bow in your hand, and my ancestors would be proud of this moment. To finally unite would be a dream. To end the conflict would be the... And kind of looks down towards their feet, essentially, and kind of looks back at you and goes, it would be nice.
Lex, you've provided me with more information about my heritage and my father than anyone has in years of travel and investigation done by both myself and by leads I've chased down, which have just led to dead ends. For me, I'll be more than humbled for you to come along, but as much as I'd love to have you here, it's also down to the comfort of my companions as to whether they trust you.
Yes.
As I'm going to look to the rest. Sorry. As I'm going to look to everyone else and say, I hope all of you will be able to trust Lex here. I mean, he's given me more information about my father than anyone ever has, and this might be one of the best leads I've had in years.
I'm going to be honest, Jackal. No offense to you, Lex, but I don't trust you. I don't know who you are. But I trust Jackal.
I will show a description of Lex, sorry, just so you can see.
Oh, cool.
Just so you can see what you can picture it as well. I've added it into all of your journals.
Cool, thank you.
Nice.
But I trust your decision, Jackal, and I will follow you where you go. As promised.
Oh.
She's sick looking. Sorry, they're sick looking.
It's sick looking, whatever it is.
Pretty awesome. Reminds me of Avatar a little bit.
Thank you. Willow, that truly does mean a lot to me. Everyone else, would you be happy if Lex comes with us?
I don't see why not.
I mean, they've given you some news and some things things you will be looking for some time. So if you trust them and you want to move forward, then I will follow.
I agree.
If Lex, you're here to help in Jackal's journey and don't impede us with the helping 10 towns, then you may travel with us, no problem.
I only, in the nicest possible way, I was going to say, who are you? Do you go by a name?
Is she just looking at one of us, sorry?
She says that to all of you, just gestures to the lot of you.
Well, we don't have a group name, but my name's Willow.
Bows their head and goes, nice to meet you.
Sayer's gonna slowly turn back to human because he's been in wolf form this entire time and say, "My name is Sayer."
Nice to meet you.
Creek's sort of just gonna slightly move forward. Creek, Arendelle.
Softly spoken, but nice to meet you. Looks towards you, Sentry, again.
I should know my name, I already told him. I'm trying to get out of talking as well. Sentry Dawn again, but as per our grouping, that's something that we haven't thought on.
How about the... maybe it's a long shot, but makes sense for what we're doing. How about the New Dawn? Makes sense. Try and rid of this curse. And trying to make Jackal's destiny, I say, whole again.
I agree.
I
New
like that.
hopes.
That has a lot of story to it, as you probably know. For the last few years, this place has not seen a dawn.
I am fully aware.
And if you are a party, and especially with the presence of Son of Vandillian, then I can only imagine that the dawn will come again. So I will address you as the New Dawn.
Seems good to me, I suppose.
Kind of addresses you. They kind of like place their body posture towards you and kind of like gestures a bow. Comes back up to right and goes, I will stay and try and protect all of you, if you wish, until my time has come and we must part. But I want to see that son of Vandillian is successful on his quest.
I'm sure we want to see that too. So, I don't see why not.
Lex. Thank you.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Oakland's not looking her up and down like in a snarky way, just like, addressing who this person is. Sorry, I'm terrible at it. Addressing who they are. Does she know of many drow, elven kind, other than where she's from, that outside of it? Because that's where the central of like elven life was. So does she know they travel out, like especially drows? And has she seen any elves actually while she's been here?
Just make a quick religion check, very quickly.
Religion. Okay. She's just a bit intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 26.
Wow. With that, you definitely are aware of dark elves, also known as drows, and the way that you were brought up, you've probably seen a few passing, not really had conversations with, but you are aware of them and where they are.
Because I would know of drow elves sort of well because of Vakista.
Yeah, you're not unfamiliar, but they do bring back, Vakista, they do bring back a very dark memory for you. You push past it, but in terms of the background and, in terms of where you've seen them last, you've passed them. Not very common at all. Especially in daylight.
Yeah. Okay. But I have seen elven kind, like, outside of that area.
Yes, you have.
Cool, that's fine. Just curious. Yeah, that's cool.
And actually, with that religion check, you see the markings around Lex's face, just a bit of a description. They are wearing this very incredibly dull robe. Like, it's kind of dull winter garb. There's no real great element to it, where some bounty clans, they're very extravagant with their furs or whatever it might be. This, very dull, very flat, if you were. Colour-wise, it's very greys and browns. Strapped leathers and just very basic kind of metal or iron armaments, if you were.
Okay.
And the face, you see patterns, just like on the description. And you would see that this is possibly a sign of ranking, or some sort of... it's a ranking system and hierarchy, or some sort of where they sit on the list.
Okay, just out of curiosity, because obviously I know Jackal would have told me about different clans and that, but I'm not sure if I've ever been shown their like symbols or if they had anything like that. Does she have like an emblem or anything on her to show what the farming clan are?
With that such high religion check, not all bounty clans have very obvious emblems. It can be it can be of something weird, like a marking on the skin, or it could be a feather, or they hold a rock, or very similar to the Harpers, they carry a dagger. Like, it's very specific to a clan. With these, the Farmoon, you expect something to do with these markings on their face.
Okay, yep, that's cool. I'm happy.
Almost like a constellation. It's quite pretty.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So
just a bit of astronomy.
Yeah, just a bit of the bear on the face, or the little spoon thing, whatever you call it. I don't know, but yeah, the dipper, the big dipper. There you go.
The spoon.
Yeah, so they look quite elegant to look at. The way they're dressed is very boring, but from what you've heard from Jackal, you've never seen one. This is the first time.
Cool. Happy days.
Cool. What is everybody else doing at this
As Jackal's look.
Just round.
Sorry, I'll let everyone else go first, as I've had a big moment.
Are we just sort of staying where we are, or is Lex leading us off, or are we just still staying where we are?
So currently you're all round the 7 thrones. You hear Thazor just tinkering again, just taking in and out the tube, see if we can get that working. Lex has come to you from the outside in, and at the moment, they're just kind of looking straight towards Jackal for the next move.
Can Creek just sort of walk to Jackal and kind of have her back to Lex, like she's just trying to pass through Jackal, and just as she passes him, just say, "Beware of strangers with gifts, no matter how golden they may seem." And she's just going to keep sort of walking around, like kicking the snow.
Do you say that quite quietly?
Picking up. Yeah, quite quiet, just so that
Make a
Jackal
stealth
can
check
hear.
for me.
Oh, I have a disadvantage. So
They just like grab you, like choke slam you, it's like fuck off.
You've died.
Yeah.
Hey! It's just the
Shower
man in a
really
van
loud.
with the sweets outside the school.
Yeah.
7. 7.
A 7. Okay, good to know.
And
You walk past, you say what you say, and nothing happens.
mm,
As far as Lex is concerned.
but just make sure I just sort of look Jackal right in the eyes and sort of, and then sort of walk on and, oh, snow, just sort of like being really, really good at it.
Ooh, look at that bit of snow.
Oh, that's that snow? Very, very, not very the best, but
We
she
call
just
it
sort of
nonchalantly,
walk
but
around.
yes, I think that's
And very nonchalant, very nonchalant.
Shit, did I leave my snow in the corner? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I left the
Wait.
stove on. Oh.
I leave my snow on the dress. And then sort of walk around and then sort of go and stand back to
Okay.
Oakland.
Yeah, you hear this, Jackal? Yeah.
Yeah, you get a very sort of subtle gestured nod from Jackal.
Are you all needing to sleep?
I could use one, yeah.
Are we able to have the dome open?
Yes, of course. And Creek, you can actually help me if you'd like, and find hopefully a good plot, and we'll go and look, I guess, for a fairly safe place to put it.
You sound so sure.
I
know.
know. Have a laugh again with the light guiding, sort of
Sure.
look around and sort of, using it ahead of them to try and see ahead of see where's the best place for.
You can walk around the area and just kind of try and find the best place. Whoever's helming this, please make a survival check.
You and me.
Survivor, did you say? Oh, well,
Survival, yes.
10.
Okay, with a 10, you find a fairly, not great spot, but you find a place to put a dome. It's kind of jagged on a few bits of rock and mounded bits of, you're not sure if it's bodies or just the way the landscape is, but it's covered. You think this is the best place?
sweet. Yeah, I'll start setting up the dome.
So that takes
I'll
you
take
10
about 10 minutes. Yeah, just to set up the dome.
Okay, you hear, just as you're doing this, and Lexi, as you go off, you hear them say, I will keep an eye out from a distance. I am well acclimatized to these situations. I do not need to encroach in your encampment, but I will be around.
Before Lex goes, Jackal, first of all, he's just going to quickly think to himself, would he know Vandillian's bow, his father's bow? Does Jackal, or has he seen in the past, does it do anything?
As far as
It
you're
shoots
aware,
arrow.
no. You don't know.
In that case, Jackal will look towards the strange, mysterious figure, whose name I've already forgotten, which is Lex. Lex, yeah, there we go. Just pulled it up. Jackal will look towards Lex and say, "Lex, I appreciate all the information you've given me, but one final question."
Yes, what? Anything I can do to help?
You seem to recognize the bow as my father's bow quite well and quite quickly. I don't suppose you know if, well, there's anything more to it at all.
Well, as you're probably aware, I've been around much longer than you have. And just out of the character, you know that elves do live for thousands of years. So you know that, yeah. And you being halfling and your dad's age, it's one of those things. But anyway, they continue and say, there is many scriptures and stories of the amulets that Vandillian once had and were once triggered and hidden away. This is one of them. I believe there is 4 others. And the reason was because of their power. I'm going to really hate saying this line. Because with great power comes with great...
Yo, he's gonna die. Someone's gonna stab him. And it's gonna happen not once, not twice.
There's a knife coming in from the top.
Let's rephrase it for D&D purposes.
It's my dad, Spider-Man!
Let's rephrase it for purposes.
Uncle Ben!
Uncle Ben!
With artifacts with such power...
I loved your microwave rice.
With artifacts of such power such as this, one has to step closely and carefully, not to cause attention. Did that better. So...
I'll go with that.
This is one piece of the puzzle, Jackal, son of Vandillian.
But I mean, you say they're powerful and everything else, but I mean, do you have any idea what it does?
Place your hand on the bow without knocking any arrow.
He will do that.
Place your string through and fire at a target through.
Jackal will pull back the bowstring.
As soon as you pull the bowstring back, you feel this power just swarm through the bow end. And what you feel is almost like a wind, a small gust, but it forms into this very strange ethereal outlay of an arrow as you pull it back.
Oh. And I'll fire at the tree.
Currently, I'm gonna think that there's no trees.
Not the sorry, the thing
the
in the
stump.
middle. What was in the middle?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the stump. That's what I
mean.
mean.
Definitely
Yeah.
fire the stump. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you can make an attack roll for me, just so I know where it goes. What I will say is roll a d20.
Yeah.
And I will tell you if you hit or not. Because I have the stats.
9.
That hits. So.
Nice.
You pull it back. And you knock back and you see this incredible arcane force materialize into this bow. And you throw it, or aim true to this tree or stump. It goes, but obviously you'd think you hear a, but it makes no sound. It just goes, and you just hear like a force of impact. Now, during that shot, the other hand where the bow is, you can feel a pulse, almost like a thrum in your left hand. Now, I'm going to do this just for flavour. The thrum is asking you to act on it. Almost adhering to some sort of ability, let's just say, outside a game. Do you want to activate it?
Fuck yes.
Okay, so you grab your...
one-handed weapons.
I will ask you, because I haven't asked, is Jackal left or right-handed?
Let's call him right-handed.
Okay, so you hold the bow handle with your left hand and it thrums, and as you do, you let it pulse through your wrist and into your form, and everybody just sees Jackal disappear. and then reappear right where the bow was shot.
Oh, it's like
Oh my god.
flying Raijin. It's like fucking flying Raijin. Okay.
That's cool.
Whoa.
Flying Raijin level 2.
Now you understand the power of 1/4 of what your father had. Travel of anywhere of your true reach, I would say.
Wow.
Bro, you got fucking flying Raijin.
Lex, this is incredible, but my God, this is a lot to take in. Information about my father, then having one of his old weapons, and now you're telling me there's more that he's kept hidden. This is strange.
It is very true. You hold a very powerful artifact, and in fact, I believe in common it is called the Blinkstork longbow, and it is yours.
Wow, this is truly an honor. Lex, I appreciate you informing me and guiding me through this. This is more than I've had in years. This is it's overwhelming. I just don't even know how to react right now.
I hope it provides proof of my loyalty. I know I am a stranger coming out to you for this, but if you are interested to find more, there is, I'm trying to find the common, an armlet and a mask, and also something we are not too sure of what it is, so we know it is a weapon. To find all four, you would reunite the clans. You would be the most powerful bounty hunter in Faerun, and therefore no need for any conflict.
Well, I appreciate everything you've done for me. So, well, in these past couple of minutes, this is, like I said, more than I've had in years. But this is all information I need time to think on, if that's okay. But if you truly were a friend of Vandillian, then you were a friend of mine.
I am an alloy of Vandillian, a friend. It is hard to say what friend is, but I wish I was.
I understand. Well, you've proven your trust to me, so...
And who is this? And points at Athena.
This is my companion, Athena. She, well, it's a long and complicated story, but I believe that she came to me through powers beyond my measure, and I believe has Vandillian blood flowing through her as well.
They kind of like look straight towards you and look at Athena, and you see this look of just absolute recognition of what this is. And you kind of see them look towards you and go, it is a done deal. This is more than enough proof to know that this is your destiny, Jackal.
It seems like I've been guided onto a path that I now must follow, and I will do everything that I can to reunite the clans and hopefully bring peace upon this land once more, and just as I'm sure my father would have wanted.
Well, the only way to surely know is we must defeat whatever dark forces are here and source that problem. Because if we leave it uncoiled, there will be none left to serve, I fear. Come, we must rest, especially you. I will take point, and we will try. I'm guessing we're heading out in the morning. Is that right?
I believe so. I'm sure we'll want to be getting back to civilized lands as soon as possible. I think most people are already getting weary out in this tundra.
It is getting cold, so take cover in whatever arcane means you must, but I will find my own way. If you need me, I shall be over there. And they point to like not a hill, but more of a massed area of a lookout, kind of in the distance.
Creek's gonna spy her walking over and just sort of lean over to Oakland as they're looking from afar and just say, I don't trust her.
Neither do I, and out here, you can't really trust anyone, but if Jackal trusts them, then, well, we'll follow Jackal.
There seems to be too much that she knows about him, and not a lot that he knows about her. I feel it's just seems to be a lot in his favor all of a sudden.
Yes, it depends on how long they've actually been following us as well.
Maybe that's the reason why Thezor brought us. Maybe this is all not a coincidence, but maybe this is some sort of plan. And we're just the pawns in it.
Well, I'm sure we'll be able to find out one way or another, but for tonight, I think you all need rest. It's completely up to you, by the way, and I will... Would have I set up the dome at this point?
Yes, this would have been 10.
Okay. While in it, she will start getting all of her equipment out and stuff for identifying.
Okay.
If you've got any items you want me to look into to see if they've got any magical meanings, feel free to put them in front of me and I can spend my next 4 hours doing that for you. And then she'll wait for Jackal to come in, and then any magical items, basically, Oakland's going to ask you to put it in front of her, and she's going to spend the next couple of hours going through them.
Okay. I was going to say, Jackal, check your inventory as the weapon is in your grasp.
Oh yeah, I wanted you to do it with my staff.
Oh my god, that
So
is
it's
fucking
staff.
badass.
So with staff, we got armor. Is there anything else?
Yeah.
Staff armor and the bow, that's it. And Creek stuff, if Creek doesn't know what it is. I think Creek probably does.
Yeah, I don't have anything that I'm not sure on.
Okay, that's fine. Did you want me to do the bow, Jackal? I'm sure you're probably aware of what's happening with it.
Jackal will say his farewells to Lex and say, I will come find you in the morning before we go, if that's okay. Are you sure you're going to be alright out here, Lex?
I am probably more acclimatized out here than you are. So, I wish you a good night. Whereas I live in this. This is my everyday. The dark, the cold. It is what we live for.
He's so
Well, in that case, I wish you good night, Lex, and once again, thank you. I will see you in the morning. As Jackal will give him a very humble sort of head noddy bow.
As you do that, he does the bow, and then looks back in your eye and go, "May the Pathfinder find your way," and then walks towards the mound on the hill.
There was a part of me that I thought you were going to say
Fucking hell, Fraser. You spoiled me. You spoiled me. Okay, Jackal will go over to Oakland. And sorry, what was it? You said Oakland?
Any items that you want me to identify, just place it in front of me and I'll go through them while you guys are sleeping.
The bow should be fine. I think. I think I saw firsthand what that did. But I do have the armor, which I said about to you earlier, which I found in one of the corpses. So here you go. Maybe see what you can get out of that. And I will get it out and hand it to Oakland.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you hand over is this beautifully crafted, kind of like, it's not thatched, but it's like scaled armor that kind of crosses over in an elven tunic fashion. Very light, very beautifully made.
Okay, well, I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes then. So what Oakland's going to do is she's going to spend 20 minutes, 10 minutes obviously prepping, doing the staff, 10 minutes prepping, doing the armor, and then for the next 3-ish hours, she's going to start creating a transmutator stone. We'll start the process of creating it.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. So I will give you, if you're going to just do the armor, you're going to do the armor first?
I'm going to do the staff first and then the armor.
Stuff first. Are you going to tell anyone about this, or is it just for you now? Just so I know who I'm giving.
So this is what I'm going to be doing it while everyone's heading to go to sleep. So the only one that will be awake is.
Okay. Well, I will give you the because this is a given. I will give you the horns description in your journal, and the armor as well.
Hell yeah.
Before Preet goes to sleep, she just wants to sort of take a moment away from everybody and get outside, just to sort of pray to Eldath.
Okay, Pushka.
Sarah's fucking passed out.
Sounds like Sarah.
Yep.
And I will say, guys, is there anything else you'd like to do before you settle down for the night?
No, I just gave the staff over to Oakland to have a look on. That's it, and then I went to bed.
I'll be up for the first 4 hours with Sentry, and then I'll meditate for the next 4. That's what I'll...
That's fine. Yeah, you can do that.
After 6, I finished my long rest.
Yeah. Sounds like your voice does as well.
Yeah, I know. During the time along the hilt end of the blade, just on the underside, I will inscribe the fire rune, and then on my what do you call it? Shit.
Helmet?
My brain's still working. Yeah, I'd say helmet. Oh no, 'cause it's got to be a piece of clothing, sorry. On my cloak, I'll inscribe the stone rune. Okay. So, if you can give me dark vision out to 120 feet, that'd be great, Fraser.
I can do that, absolutely. We can do that.
Lovely.
Is there anything else anybody's doing before they hit the hay? Or snow, in this case?
After praying and talking with Eldath for about an hour, Creek's going to come back in and sort of, again, say to Oakland and Sentry, thank you for earlier. It meant a lot. And then she's just going to go to roll over and go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I will say, guys, is that as we cinematically find ourselves through this space and strangers and giants, and we are finding new objects and finding peace with ourselves, friends, or gods. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey.
We'll pick that up next time on the Dungeon Delvers. But until then, please go and like, follow, and subscribe this bitch down there. Subscribe.